Yeah. Yeah, Twitch, that's exactly the kind of person I want to watch. Someone who's so insecure in their masculinity that they have to accentuate that insecurity by making the title of their stream, "I'm not a pussy." Sure. Whatever. Okay. Anyway, we're back again. Ready to join up with Surf and Co. So we can make it Surf and Sarah and Co. So we'll let the intro play out. I gotta check my notes to make sure I did everybody's mantras correctly since last time, and then we'll get started in a few minutes. Okay, a minute and a half and we will load this bad boy up. Hey Conker, it's going good. How's it going for you there? We are just about to get started with today's episode, today's stream. And we'll go to the Karma Society Tower. And then we'll be all caught up to where we were by the time we're done with this episode, before I took my little break. And then when we come back Thursday, we'll be into fresh new content. At least as far as what the channel has seen for this game. So. Doing alright, just got back from going to the store earlier. Nice, Conker. Hopefully you got everything you needed. Because I know I hate making repeat trips to the store if I forget stuff. So. Hopefully you got everything you needed. I'm gonna take a drink before my clock turns over to 31, and then we'll get started once it does. Okay, clock ticked over. Let's get started. Alright, so it probably became clear after last time that now that we have 5 party members, the mantra learning is going to go just a little bit slower. We were mastering them left and right in the underwater cable station there, but now that we have everybody to work on, it's going to be a little bit slow going until we get access to AP Divide. And that might take a little while because I have to buy all the way up to some level 4 or 4-star difficulty mantras in order to even get access to all of the good stuff that I need there. AP Divide, the highest level, eating skill, and Iron Stomach as well. Although some of those are on the way, but we'll figure it all out as we go. I have a plan, and hopefully it all pans out. But for today, we're not really going to be working on the eating skills. We're going to be more working on getting our level 2 attacking skills so that things die a little faster, which will probably help us in the long run. How you doing, everybody? Welcome back to Digital Devil Saga 2, the Stream Edition. Last time, we made our way through the internment facility and found out that it was a human processing plant where they were turning people into essentially dog food. Gross. But we stopped all of that from happening, at least in this facility, and we staged a prison break, which will now give us the commotion we need to get into the Karma Society Tower, and hopefully we'll get Sarah back while we're in there. Who's working on what here? I just want to make sure. I think CeeLo still needs to work on Sramana when he's done with Earth Shrine. You two are working on Sramana as we speak. You three, actually, so that should be fine. And Surf is working on Bakuni. I think I'm actually going to have him work on the Karma mantra before I have him work on a level 2 attacking skill, because his magic is so high, he can almost hit for as much as everybody else is hitting for with the level 2 skills with his level 1 skills with a boost. So because of that, I'll probably just have him work on Agilao in a little while, but everybody else basically needs to work on their level 2s. Especially CeeLo once he gets done with Sramana, because he's got to get Tarazi and Zanma before we're done with Karma Society Tower, so hopefully we'll have enough time and AP to do that. We'll see what happens as we go here. For now, we've actually done everything we need to. We explored all of the sections of Karma City, the optional sections we can go to last time before heading back here. And we even explored outside of the tower itself, so today we'll head inside and see what they've got waiting for us now that we've caused a bit of a commotion around the city. So let's go see what they have inside, shall we? Hopefully they have one Sarah, because we kind of came all this way to rescue her. It'd be a bit of a shame if she wasn't here, right? Boy, that wasn't ominous at all. Anyway, let's head inside and see if we can't rescue her, shall we? And there she is, the Karma Society Tower. Gonna have to till my brain a little bit here to try to figure out a different tower name, because I already used the tower at Paradigm's Breach. I already used Tower of Salvation when we were here last time. It's got to be another tower in my brain somewhere that would be related to this tower in some way on a story level. Yeah, I'm sure I'll figure it out eventually. It's no big deal. For right now, the big deal is getting up there. So let's get right into it, shall we? Yeah, no reception desk either. They must have put it away. I don't know if she wants to speak with us as much as she wants to, you know, get us out of the picture. Of course, if she wanted us out of the picture before she spoke with us, she probably would have just said, yeah, you can eat them all, jailer. It's fine. So, yeah, you too, Gale. We'll be careful, but everybody's got to be careful or else we're not going to make it through this. So, let's all be careful on our way through here. The reception area almost, now that I think about it, reminds me a little bit of the Presidium from Mass Effect. Just a little bit. More like the Presidium mixed with the Citadel Tower, which I suppose makes sense, doesn't it, considering... I mean, this game came out shortly before Mass Effect came out, so it's not really... It would be a small wonder if they got some inspiration for the architecture of this Presidium and everything from... I don't know, it depends on how much integration there is between Japanese developers and English developers and how much they play each other's games, you know, so. Okay, well, we already got a large Karma terminal, so that's a good sign. Make things a little bit easier. And I don't think there's any enemy encounters on this floor. I think you gotta wait until you get up to the next floor before you get into any enemy encounters. So if you ever need to leave in a hurry, this is a pretty easy way to do it. Of course, you're going to want to find the next large terminal first before you come back down here, so you don't have to walk all the way back up, but, you know, things happen. You can see the comparison between the two as well. Well, good. I'm glad I'm not the only one. I mean, I feel like if I was more, you know, sensitive to that sort of stuff, I'd be a little bit concerned about the fact that I was the only one, but I don't know. It doesn't bug me, I guess. It's just, I don't know. I can see it. The only thing missing are the elevator conversations, really. And maybe the keepers. I mean, there's enough things that are wandering around the halls of this place that look like aliens to where I wouldn't be shocked if we swapped between the two. But anyway, we're not quite at the aliens, quote-unquote, yet. There ain't nothing in this tower that looks quite as alien-like as Kumbanda, that's for sure, but... I mean, some of them get up there. I'm also going to try to inspect as many of the shelves as I can here so we can see what they're up to. This is an official document, Settlement Processing Inventory. And if we know anything about the way that they process people from the internment facility, that's probably worse than it sounds. the same thing over here? No, proclamation records. Okay. Interesting. But if it's a settlement processing inventory, it's probably like, okay, so how many of these townsfolk have we turned into dog food today? Something like that. Like, Jesus Christ. Again, these guys are fucked up. Hopefully they definitely heard me say that, because I want them to know it. What you're doing is a terrible thing, even if it's for society. Anyway. So they appear to be keeping an eye on us, observing us. Well, your orders have changed, sir. I'm glad he's confident at the very least. Not that that confidence is warranted, considering what's going to happen here. We're a little more prepared this time than we were the last time we were here when I played this blind for the stream. We have Tentar Fu. That's really all we need in order to be more prepared here, because if there's ever a situation where it's like, oh, all these enemies are only weak to this very specific element that is also rather obscure to use, I can just be like, Tentar Fu, goodbye. So, you are the weakest link. Uh-oh. I've been caught. Can I remove my weapon from my person first? I kind of got to set it on the ground and kick it to you guys before I can sit down. Otherwise, if I lay down, I could just as easily pull it out of my pocket and shoot you while I'm laying down. You guys aren't listening to a word that I'm saying, are you? Apparently not. They've got their own shit to deal with, apparently. How about I make you bow down to me? Quick, shoot them while they're not thinking about it. Just like this. And then do it again. Goodbye. Well, that was easy. Hopefully they all go that simply, right? Well, anyway, we got a bunch of money for it, so that's good. Gale got some magic, that's also good. And we can move right along. As if that weren't no thing. And again, it somewhat disappoints me that DDS2 makes a lot of their forced encounters almost to be basically no thing. I would rather that they be something, but, well, sometimes you don't get what you want, I guess. Anyway, we have principalities in this fight. They are weak to Agi. Just blast them with it, get a whole bunch of people ready to be munched on, and then munch on them. We'll Medea after the battle. But this will get us a good chunk of AP for everybody except Argela and Roland. We'll work on them in a little while. As you can see, Silo's already mastered Earth Shrine. Perfect. I think I'm going to try to get to the next save point, actually. Well, let me think. Where is the next save point from here? Or should I just go back to the large terminal? No, I think there's a save point not too far away from here. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But Silo has mastered Earth Shrine, so he's got Matera and Earth Boost. So that's good. I see Surf knows the holding a pistol sideways looks cooler. Oh, of course. Absolutely. That's what you gotta do. Oh, good. Silo got all the stats that matter for him. Perfect. Let's see. It's a bit of a walk to get back to the save point. We'll just push forward. We're not losing that much AP. And besides, Argela and Roland need to catch up anyway. Well, there's an item on the other side of the store, but we can't smash it down because, well, Heat's not in our party. Otherwise, we could smash down most of the walls in this place, like he did in the Castle of Illusion in the last game. But, well, he's not here, so we gotta make do without him. Unfortunately. Still don't know where he is, anyway. I mean, I'm sure he's around here somewhere, but, like, haven't been able to find him just yet. Oh, that's a Gyuki. Hello. Weak to Terra, so goodbye. I can Matera, right? Yeah, I can. Perfect. We'll even do one of those, and then Gale's the furthest behind, so let's see if he can... Yep, perfect. Finish the guy off. I want to try to get Sramana for everybody if I can, because it's that life bonus that it gets you, really, really good. So, and as a matter of fact, Silo's actually the only one who isn't working on Sramana just yet and hasn't worked on it at all, so probably really should go back for him, but he'll be alright. We'll make it. Matter of fact, maybe I'll make a beeline to the save point right now, because I think I remember where it is. And we'll come back and explore once we're done there. So, it is down here. And then we gotta go over here. Okay, that's a berserk battle, so that means we can run away pretty easily. So no big deal. Don't worry about it, CeeLo, we got this. I think he was the one that just said, this don't look good. It's hard to tell because those voice lines are a little low in the volume, and, well, considering you already know how little I can hear of things from all the way back here, you know, sometimes it's a little bit difficult to hear what's going on. Alright, well, we made it to the save point, so let's get CeeLo a new mantra. And then we'll double back after we give him Sramana. And we'll see what we got by the time, and by the time we're done exploring all the stuff we passed up, we should be in pretty good shape for most of these. At least for CeeLo and Gale, they should be in good shape. But we'll bring Arjula and Roland into the party eventually as well. So that they can start working on their level 2s. Again, you want to try to get everybody's level 2 attacking skills. So Agi Lao, Bufu La, Zionga, Zanma, and Terazi. Ideally, before you finish this place, it's not heavily required, but things are going to start tanking our level 1 hits with no problems whatsoever by the time we're done with this place, so it'll be in your best interest to try to, you know, salvage that by just having more damage. More damage is always more better, so... What do we got? Ooh, Ares, if I recall correctly. Yes, yes, Ares indeed. Let's see what these guys are weak to, shall we? So, just like your typical physical demon that you would see in most SMT games, they nullify something or are resistant to physical attacks. In this case, they null Earth. They're weak to ailments, though, so that means Tentara Fu spam. And believe me when I tell you, that will come in handy throughout the tower. It's the reason why I said you want to have it. Not only for the fact that you can kill somewhat difficult enemies in snap of your fingers, essentially, but also because of the fact that it means that you get the most rewards out of it if you have the Rich Ring equipped, which is what you want to have at this point. Okay, Paula. More angels. This place is full of them, so we'll see what we can do. I believe all of them are also weak to Mudo, so dark skills, but, well... Dark skills don't really come into their own until a lot later in the game, so we'll just make do with what they're actually weak to at the moment, which is Zan instead. And I don't remember what they resist, but I'm just gonna assume Bufu's okay. Yeah, Bufu's okay. How about we do this? Okay, I'll get rid of that guy. And then CeeLo, can you eat him from there? Yes, you can. Perfect. Sometimes you gotta make a judgment based on how much HP they have when they hit the red there, and it becomes easier the more enemies you fight to make that judgment call, but, I mean, I've played this game. This is the second time I'm playing it through completely now, so I think I've got a good idea of how strong or weak the enemies are. What we got in here? Hey, Daisy, another plant for us to sell. And believe me when I tell you, we're going to need all the money we can get. We need like $50,000 in order to get everybody at least one of their level 2 attacking skills. And eventually everybody's going to need 2 of those, so it might take a little bit for us to get there. It's alright though, we'll figure it out. So this is an example of a fairly common sight in here, battles where they throw in a good mixture of enemies with in this place. Thankfully, in the vast majority of cases where they throw in a whole bunch of different enemies like this, they all have different weaknesses, but the vast majority of them are just weak to Tentara Fu spam, so yeah, it clears them out pretty good. It means that your reserves can get some good AP. It's all around a good time. So, you get some good money out of it. So, yeah, that should make our jobs a lot easier going forward in this particular jaunt of the tower, because last time we were trying to kill them with just like level 1 skills and level 1 attacking skills, and that was it was working for about the first half of the tower, and then it just sort of blew up in our faces. So I'm gonna see if we can get Arjula Sramana mastered. Well, we aren't gonna get it from this battle unless this guy transforms, which doesn't appear as though he's going to, so I guess I'll just Agi, and then we could Mad Rush, but it's alright. We'll do this. And then Agi again. We'll eventually be able to take out entire groups of these guys by using some hit all skills and a physical skill that we're going to get, and eventually we'll be replacing Mad Rush with a slightly better physical skill that has got a little bit higher damage. It's not a huge amount of damage. We're not talking like Tentara Fu levels of damage here, but it's enough to where if you use Tentara Fu before using that physical skill, you'll probably kill everything on the screen, so... But we'll worry about that later. For now, we just gotta take care of these principalities. And we got 2 that are ready for munching. Do I want to munch or do I want to... Yeah, I guess I kind of do. Sorry, Argela. We're going full steam ahead here. I want to make sure our MP's in good shape. The next large terminal isn't for quite a while, so... Well, that'll get Surf mastered on Bakuni, so that's good. Your level 2s shouldn't take too long to master around here. It's probably like 3 or 4 enemies that you eat, and then there you go. So, and we leveled up with Surf, so his vitality's pretty good. He's got 200 HP with life bonus, so I think now we start stacking magic up a little bit like we were. So, and he got a complete heal. That's pretty good too. Did I move around the guns for everybody? I don't think I did since last time. Let's see here. So I think what I want to do is I want to give Argela the metal jacket for now. We'll give CeeLo the frigid shot. And then we'll give Surf the shot shell. Not because of the fact that he's not going to be using guns, but I think we get a gun upgrade, like another type of gun by the time we're done with this place. So that should, we'll just equip that on Surf once we get it. So now we got this for Surf, getting a decent chunk of money together as well. I mean, we're going to use a little bit of it now to get Karma, but that's okay. And Karma will get us probably the most important buff in the entire game, and thankfully you can get it fairly early in this game, and that's Tsukakaja. Because, as I've said before, enemies like to dodge things in hard mode when you're at plus or minus 0 Tsukakajas, just because they can. So having Tsukakaja should remedy that somewhat. It won't completely, but... we'll make it a little easier, at the very least, to hit things. So that's the plan. Sramana. So just get everybody else done with Sramana, and then we're in good shape. Got it. We'll be coming back to this room a few times because, well, we'll be finishing those level 2s pretty quickly, so. But once we get the level 3s, we'll be able to move on a little bit quicker. Because it's going to take a little longer to get all the AP we need to get those level 3 skill, or 3-star. I keep mistaking level 3 and level 2. If I say level 3, I generally mean 3-star difficulty, unless I'm referring to level 2 attacking skills, in which case that's what that is. But they're also 3-star difficulty, so makes you wish they could just make them all the same. It would make it a little easier to refer to them, but whatever. Excuse me. Oh, good, a Tarask. Fantastic. You're also weak to Earth. And we can handle you pretty easily by this point, so... 150 HP. Gale, can you finish this guy with just another Devour? Sure can. I'll take it. Yeah, it doesn't get us a whole lot. That's a first dungeon enemy. He's fallen from grace just a little bit. Not exactly the D&D counterpart I see. If I remember right, the D&D counterpart to the Tarask is, like, really scary. Like, he'll kill you, your entire family, and everything that's ever existed at the same time. At least that's the impression that Cole gives me when he talks about the Tarask. So. This looks like a good example, again, of a Tentara Fu spam fight. So. Especially since what's-his-face over there takes forever to stab me with his sword. He has to aim pretty well, of course. He has to make sure that his shots fly true before he gets sent to the void. It's fine. It's all good. Gale and Argela are pretty close, so I think we'll head back to the save point now that we've sort of mapped the room a little bit. Roland got all the stats that matter. That's good. He'll start getting a lot better as he starts to... His stats will stop being so evened out. I mean, it's not bad having them be evened out like that, but he'll start specializing a little bit more in specific stats soon enough. And that'll make it a little easier for him to, you know, carve out a niche in the party. Okay, Argela mastered Shermana, so that's good. Means we can put life bonus on her. I think I'll have enough room for that. She also leveled up and got, well, all the stats that matter, really, although agility for her is more important than strength. But if we're going to be munching things, she'll want a little strength anyway. 9 vitality, though, is like just a little on the frail side there, Argela. That's why we equip you with the vital ring where we can, or in this case, we equip you with the trick ring with a bunch of vitality gems in it. Because otherwise, that won't last us very long. Okay, let's do this. We'll have Gale eat so he can finish Sermana. I think they're in Devour range. Well, they're definitely in Devour range if you do that. So eating with CeeLo's a little tricky because of the fact that he has the Trick Ring on, so he has a Terrunda -2, so he's at minus 30% attack power, which will make this do just not a lot of damage, but it was enough, so that's the important part. Gale's done with Sermana. Roland will be there shortly. And let's get Gale and Argela something else, since they now have life bonus. Yeah, if you can equip life bonus, especially like once you start getting up into the 20s in level and you get 8 slots for skills, if you can equip life bonus, it's really nice to have in here, because sometimes the enemies, if they catch you off guard, if they get the first hit, they do just enough damage to where if you don't have that 10% HP, it can mean the difference between life and death, so at least for that character. Alright, so for Argela, she's got to work on Ice Demon, I think, still, yeah. And also Yaksa at level 2, but I would rather that she work on He-10, actually, so she can get access to Zanma, because that will be more useful to us in the future. In the immediate future, actually, so I'd like her to get it before we get to a certain point in the tower. She should be able to get it, even sitting in reserve, although we'll probably bring her in to make it a little easier in a little while. As for Gale, he's done with his level 2s, actually, but he's going to get stuck on the level 3s because he has a whole bunch of them to do. But we'll start him on Fire Leader, that's the important one, so we can get Aguilau, and then we'll go from there. Surf will keep up with Karma, and then you two just need to get done with Sermana, and I'll probably start CeeLo on Earth Temple? I think that's the one that has Tarazi. Let me see, my notes reloaded. Hold on. Earth Temple. Yeah, Earth Temple gets him access to... What's it called? Did he get Earth Shrine yet? I might have to work him on that first. I don't think... Oh, yeah, he did. It's right there. Okay, Earth Temple. So, yeah, we'll just get him working on that, and then we'll eventually work him on Dragon Lord and He-10 as well, because both of those will be useful to him. Obviously, because eventually we're going to want to have, all of the level 2 skills, so we can use stuff like the multi-targeting level 2 attacking skills like Ragian and Materazi, Mabufula, Mazionga. The specific one that will be very useful to us in the future, well, there's 2 of them really that'll be useful to us in the coming dungeons, will be Maragian and Mazionga. So those are important ones, but just get the level 2 attacking skills for right now. Those are the important ones. All of them are important to get. Bufu and Zio less so, but just get all of those. They'll come in handy. So, we'll do this. And we'll do this. So yeah, when we're doing that, we can take out one at a time these little Karma Soldier dudes. Not that they're really all that useful to us. All they get us is some EXP. But whatever. I guess it's, EXP is EXP. It'll come in handy. It's not AP, but, well, we'll have to make do. Alright, same deal. If we get a shock here, it actually helps a little bit, because then I can just get a crit with a physical, and I don't have to use up 6 of my MP for one little dude. So, Gale's on 1. Just couldn't quite get to that level 17 there, could you, Gale? Well, that's alright. It'll work out. Next battle, he'll be there. And again, don't really worry too much about the discrepancy between the characters in your party. I did a thing in the last game where I sort of tried to keep everybody as close to the same level and the same degree of experience as possible, but don't worry about it too much in this game. It's not really a huge deal. I mean, everybody will only be, like, at most about half a level apart from one another. So, yeah, we'll be fine. Oh, God. That won't be fine. What the hell? They're getting crafty on me. Surprised they didn't get a press turn out of that. Well, if they attack first, maybe they will have gotten a press turn out of it. They did attack first, so I guess that's a thought. So there's the trick ring coming in handy right there, because CeeLo's at, technically it's Tsukikaja +2, so he can dodge things a little easier than everybody else. Plus with his high agility, it makes it a little easier. These Eligor are weak to electricity, so let's just zap them twice. And then we'll see what we can do from there. Okay, they're dead. That's all that matters. And that'll get everybody a little closer. It'll also get CeeLo and Gale a level. Nice. Got the magic, that's good. I guess he got strength, so that's not too bad. Gale also found something. He's been really good at finding stuff in this one so far. That's pretty good. He got some HP data. That's not bad. Might even use some of that, because we still got HP data kind of kicking around here. I think I still have rations kicking around for that matter. Let's use a few of those. Yeah, I'll use the last one. No big deal. Okay, he's at 130 HP. Maybe I'll hold off. Just for now. They'll come in handy. It's just that, you know, don't really need them that badly yet. I mean, they're still full heals, so it might be a good idea to use them when there isn't a life terminal directly in front of me. Let's see. And is there any way I can set life bonus on you? Not really. You kind of need all of the skills that you have, so I guess we'll just make do. Oh, dead soldier. Let's see what he has to say. Yeah, we need a little bit of information so we can figure out what's going on here. Perhaps eventually you'll be doing both. Let's see here. Oh yeah, key's over there. It's just in my hat. Go for it. Well, we probably know who gives us orders. Why was the order to capture us? Well, I guess that's fair. I mean, you would think that if we were being a pain in the Karma Society's backside, they'd just be like, well, you know, kill them rather than capture them. So, but we did catch that little detail out of the other guys. So why were we ordered to capture us? That's not really going to get us the info we wanted. Man, they'd rather shoot their own guys than get us the information we need. That's a little cold. Well, anyway, we got Adavakas to fight. They're resistant to Tentarafu, but they're weak to Earth, so that should make it a little easier to, you know, knock them out. I think they got a decent chunk of HP, though, so this might not kill. Yeah, okay. I mean, that's fine. Because we'll figure it out after this. Yeah, we'll just do this. Okay, see, Gale has enough physical strength to actually be able to kill the guys, so that's good. Yeah, CeeLo, go ahead, finish him off. There we go. Because that'll get CeeLo closer to being done with Sermana. And I'll probably go back to the save point now so that he can kind of, you know, finish that bad boy off. Well, that almost went better than we were hoping, because we almost got a little information. I don't know what he meant by that red something. We didn't really get enough out of him, but, well, not getting anything out of him now, unfortunately. Let's grab this. And then some more frost bombs. Nice. Or rather, some frost bombs. Some more ice damage, which is good. Do we need to use this life terminal? I think we're in pretty good shape when it comes to MP for right now. I mean, Surf's a little low, but, well, I don't want to spend 400 of my dollars giving him back that MP when I could get back 22 of it by eating something. So, excuse me. Alright, so we'll go up that way in just a minute. Let's go back to the save point, because by the time we get there, CeeLo and or Roland will be done with Sermana, so. I think once they start working on, once they're done with Sermana, I think I'll actually bring Arjula and Roland in the party. That way they can do a little bit more to help us out there. Oh look, we got a smorgasbord on our hands. I'll take it, thank you. Just go right down the line. And do this. Oh, that wasn't quite enough for that guy. That's okay. Hama ain't gonna do us a whole lot of good. But we can eat him like that, so it's okay. So CeeLo's most likely done. Yeah, he's done with Sermana, and then Surf's still working on Karma, but he'll get there. And we'll just not devour on our way back to the save point, and we'll be in good shape. That way Roland can work his way up a little bit. Might even have Gale finish that off. Yeah, because that's a little less MP than spamming Medea for one person. So, alright, so just can't have CeeLo eat if we get into an encounter before the save point here. Okay, we didn't, so that's good. So CeeLo, let's get you a new mantra, and we'll head up past that save point, I think. Let's see, so we just want to work on Tarazi for you for right now, right? Yeah, he's got, like, Dragon Lord to work on as well, but he's already got Earth Shrine done, so... Eventually I'll want to get him Karma as well, just to give him a few... I like having CeeLo have buffs. He's useful when he has buffs, but in order to get him Karma, he's going to have to get Earth Temple anyway, because I don't want to get him Bakuni. Nothing in here is useful to him, and he's already doing Earth stuff anyway, so I might as well just... you know, have him go here and then come back around, you know, if I'm already getting this, so. Yeah, let's do that. Of the level 2 attacking skills, the most important one to get for right now is Tarazi with the way that I'm going to be doing things, so just so that you know. That's my plan. Of course, whether or not it'll work out, considering how little money I have, is another story altogether, but we'll figure that out. Maybe we'll get lucky with some Omoi Khans in here. Unlike last time where I found 2 groups and they didn't drop me a single thing because they shielded all the skills I used on them. But now that they're working on their level 2 attacking skills, I think we can safely bring Arjula and Roland back into the party. So, let's take the rings off. Except for Surf, he can keep it. The Trick Ring on you. The Magic Ring on you. And then we can... switch your skills up. Sure, I'll get these exclamation points out of here. Why not? Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. There we go. Anything else? No, that's it. Okay, just whoops. Let's try this again. Stick Devour up there. There we go. All right, and then yeah, I'll stick that in there for you because that way you can get rid of all these things too. What do I want to give you for this? I mean, Fire Boost wouldn't be bad, but I'm mostly using Agi as a form of, like, using it for Miragi, you know, so he really doesn't need it all that badly. So I guess I'll just keep Life Bonus for now. So you're good. Let's do this for you. Get rid of all of these for you. Put Neutral Karma on. And then for you, get rid of all the exclamation points, and then we'll give you Ingest Mana. There we go. As for Roland, he hasn't learned anything yet, so we'll have him get Ingest Mana as well. Okay, and now we switch the party up. Arjula, Surf, Roland. And I think I'm going to save again, just since I already did all that stuff. So, I probably should have done it before I saved, frankly. But oh well, no big deal. And pretty soon we'll be getting our first level 20 character. Surf will be getting there fairly shortly. The enemies in here give pretty good experience, so... And then everybody else will follow suit. And once that happens, we'll have 8 slots to work with, and things will get a lot easier with skill set selection and setting. Because then I can stick life bonus on everybody. Because I don't have all the other skills that I would want to set down there. I don't have Iron Stomach or Atma bonus or AP Divide or any of that stuff. So setting life bonus will be fairly easy. And make things simple for us for now because, well... Like I said, we don't have all the fancy skills that I would normally set yet. We will, but not yet. You're pretty close to Sermana being done there, Roland. Maybe I should just hang around the save point until you're done with that so I can start you working on, I think, Earth Temple for you as well. Because the other one you're working on is Zionga, which you don't really need that badly at the moment. You will, eventually, but Tarazi's where it's at right now. So let's just hang around here for a minute until Roland finishes up Sermana. We'll find something for him to eat, preferably. Or we could just do this again. I mean, I'm okay with this. We're eventually going to run out of MP, but we've got Chakra Drops for a reason, so... And eventually Surf is going to be done with Karma as well, so hopefully we get a decent chunk of money together. in that department because, well, actually, let me see here. I'm trying to think if I'd make it by the time. No, because if Roland's going to eat anything, I won't make it to the next save point before he finishes. It's a level 2 mantra, so it's not really too much. Mazan, please. There we go. One thing for Roland to eat. That's good. Maybe I can soften this one up. Maybe I can come back around to... Never mind. I was going to say, maybe I can come back around to Surf's turn and have him eat, but nah, he doesn't need to. Roland does, though, so we'll let him eat. And that will master Shermana for him. Perfect. So as you can tell, at the moment, things are getting just a little hairy in terms of our wallets here. Again, if you can get an Omoicon to take a weakness hit, even if you only hit one of them, that will do you a world of good. I mean, if they drop $30,000, like I'm pretty sure they do at this point in the game, that's 3-star difficulty mantras that you get just from the one Omoicon. So yeah, it's not a bad idea. All right, now do I want Roland to work on Bakuni and Karma, or do I want him to work on Earth Temple next? Now that I know Silo's working on Earth Temple, I think I'll have Roland work on Bakuni and Karma just because it's a little less expensive, you know? Just for now. And looks like we're all working on stuff, so we'll just, you know, move ahead like this. We'll get to the next save point, and then by that point, Roland and Surf will probably be done with what they're working on. Everybody else will still be working on some stuff, but, well, they'll be done. Alright. Off we go, then. So for now, we're on the 10th floor, but this place is very large, so we'll probably be here for a little while. I'm anticipating us not quite getting to the top of the tower today, and then we'll probably get to the top and start the next dungeon and get about halfway done with the next dungeon by the time we do Thursday's stream. So by the end of the week, we should be done with this dungeon and the next dungeon in the game. So that's my plan anyway for this week, is to get done with this dungeon and the next one. So, and like I said before, there's only 9 dungeons in the game, although again, you spend a lot of the game in the final dungeon. It's a very large final dungeon. So this is the 4th dungeon, so end of this week we'll be over, quote-unquote, halfway done with the dungeons. Now, that's not to say we're halfway done in terms of the sheer amount of area that we have to cover, but be halfway done with, you know, most of the area. Okay, we'll leave you like that so Surf can eat you, because you should be in range now for him to eat. Yeah. They got like 120 to 130-ish HP. I don't know the exact numbers, but I know enough about the numbers to say, yeah, I can probably eat them at this point. So eventually you can make a judgment call on that just based on what you've seen. So general affairs, minutes. So this is a minutes meeting. Meeting minutes, not minutes meeting. Meeting minutes document. I know those all too well. All right, let's Mazan and see if we get a smorgasbord. No, we got one though, so that's good. I think I'll let Arjula eat that one, I think. Even though she's got access to, what's it called? Zan. Oh, we'll see what happens here. Okay. Good. That's what I wanted. Now we can do that. We'll let Arjula eat that one because she's working on Hiten, so she needs more AP than everybody else for now. Got a couple of levels, nice. And $2,000, that's pretty good. We'll do it the same way we've been doing it, where we do odd levels is the odd spread, and then even levels is just straight up magic. So. And Roland got some strength, good. What'd you get, Roland? Complete heal. Okay, that's not bad. I will take it. And sorry if I keep, like, checking the map like somebody who has OCD, but, well, I have a bit of OCD with these maps. So, like to make sure that they look complete, you know. Now, if you were in New Game Plus and you have had access to a special ability called Human Form, You could avoid Hamayan altogether by having your party members actually start in human form by equipping the ability, and, well, all light skills are shielded at that point. So, I mean, if they... in here, it might be pretty useful, because the enemies like to be dicks and use Hama and Hamayan and then kill your characters. So, yeah, might be a little useful for us, but yeah, we'll worry about it later. For now, just do this, and then, yeah, Roland can have it. Sir could use the MP, but he'll be fine. Or, yeah, he could use the MP. He could use the AP as well, but everybody could use the AP, so... Alright, Argela got 2 more magic and agility, so that's good. That's what I want. She gets, like, so lopsided with her magic stat, it's ridiculous, but it just makes her really powerful. Like with Surf, with his vitality and magic, when you gouge those two, it just makes him crazy strong. Okay, so settlement processing inventory again. Same thing here. Yep. Excuse me. What do we got in here? A couple of earth walls. Oh, those might come in handy.
I'm sorry.
Just in case I do something dumb in an upcoming boss fight where they use earth. We'll figure that out later. Surf, why don't you devour, because you could probably use the health a little more than anybody else. Do you kill these guys with your attack? Yeah, you do. Okay. I mean, it's Roland. Look at his arm. I guess I should have figured. I mean, he's not using that arm, but... yeah, I should have figured he would kill them. Okay, so Surf mastered Karma, but we're not too far from a save point, so it's okay that he's missing out on just a little bit of AP. I think. World Relation Proposal. Okay. It makes me wonder if the documents that are mixed in here are just like current projects, or if they're also mixed in with old projects that the Karma Society was involved in. I suppose their document keeping would be... like, maybe they'd probably have to put the old documents away eventually, if it's anything like other companies that I've worked for. So... well, you might still have some information for us, so... yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And he'll kind of give us the rundown on a lot of the questions that we could have asked the other guy, even though we didn't quite get the answer as to why they were ordered to capture us. Do you know where Sarah is? Yes. Above this building or at the top of this building? Well, he's scared out of his wits. He probably can't make the distinction at the moment. So why are you running away? Oh, because of the insurrection. Okay, right. I mean, that makes sense. And apparently the soldiers abandoned all of the lower-level grunt workers to go and protect the most important people in society, which sounds pretty much exactly like what I would expect, considering this takes place in a near-future American society. Oh, boy. Anyway, who are the soldiers? The ones that went upstairs, that is. Oh, okay. Yeah, they did say special ops in their names there, although I suppose Surf and Co. wouldn't be able to see that, but, you know. There were a few of them downstairs, yeah. Alright, well, anyway, thanks for the info, man. Yeah, you might want to get clear of the area before everything goes to hell in here, because I know... this is like a halfway dungeon in the game, right? So, of course, everything's going to go to hell at some point. That's not a spoiler. Alright, well anyway, we're up on the 11th floor now, so let's see what we can do up here. Like I said, we should be pretty close to a save point now. Matter of fact, it's right down the hall here, so... the way forward is actually to our right coming up here. It's the next right, but we're not going to do that just yet. Instead, we're going to go hit up the save point after we crossfire these guys. Because, hey, if they're going to fight me in human form, I might as well, you know, try to put a bullet in them. And it should work out okay with, at least with Argela, because she's got a couple of Tsukakajas, so that should help our accuracy just a little bit. Scientists might have needed a change of pants after seeing your group. Yeah, that's distinctly possible. I'm sure they got locker rooms around here somewhere where he can fix that. Budget demand reallocation. I wonder if it's been demanded by the military aspect. Oh boy. Anyway. So let's go over here. Now, if we keep going down the hallway over here, we're actually going to run into another field hunt. So make sure that you get some mantras from over here, so that way you can start working on some fancy stuff before you move along here. Let's see here. What do I want Surf to work on next? Just Fire Leader, probably, right? Oh, not World. We can't afford the World yet. Maybe it would give me access to Time Stop, which would be very nice, but I kind of need to buy it first. Okay, Fire Leader is what we want, so let's get Fire Leader for Surf. And we're running a little low on the money at the moment, but we'll figure it out. It's no big deal. With all these level 3 mantras we're trying to work on now, it'll be a little longer in between mantras, so it'll be a little easier for us to buy them. And I think Roland currently is working on, yeah, he's working on Bakuni. So I might want to bring CeeLo and Gale back into the party for the field hunt. I'll do that when I get to the door, though, I think. Just because Roland will probably master Bakuni from this field hunt alone, like just the participation credit EXP, he'll probably master. And if he doesn't, I mean, we're right next to a save point, so I can pretty easily fix that after that. But if CeeLo and Gale can get a whole bunch of EXP, or rather Atma points on their mantras and get them close to their level 2 attacks, so much the better. Alright. Everybody's nice, even, pretty even anyway on their levels, so that's good. And let's head over here, or we head to our left, because if we head down that way, it'll take us to the rest of the dungeon. So for now, let's just go fill this out and swap everybody around. I should probably use Medea as well, just to top everybody off. Not that we're really going to need it where we're going, but, you know, could come in handy. Let's see. In here, we're going to be fighting things that are weak to fire, if I recall correctly. So do I have any fire stuff? I have a firebomb and 4 Molotovs. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. So, excuse me. Knew that was coming up. Didn't know when. All right, let's get CeeLo and Gale in here. We don't really need to worry about the rings for now, just because it's not really strictly necessary for them to do that. Although I think I will set Tsukikaja on Surf now that I have it, so we'll just set it instead of life bonus. He really doesn't need all that HP. He's in good shape no matter what, even without it, so let's get him Tsukikaja. Because I might need it. So, and yeah, that'll probably be a good chunk of the game. Surf will have something similar to this, where he'll have Fire, Ice, Pulinpa, and Tsukikaja, along with the eating skills down here. Eventually, 4 out of our 8 skill slots will be taken up by eating skills or passives that help us with eating skills. So, yeah, just keep that in mind as you're going along here. And I think that's good. All right, let's head inside, shall we? And yep, another field hunt. Now, like I said before, if you don't eat the Mitamas at the end of the field hunt here, you can actually respawn this after a certain amount of time, but this one in particular is kind of out of the way to go back to, so I would rather try to eat them now if I can. So let's see what we can do. If not, I guess we'll come back eventually, but, like, let's see if I can, you know, get as much as I can out of them. Okay, down here. So let's see if there's any in here. This one's a little tricky, if I recall correctly, and if you see something around that I'm not acknowledging, like stuff on the shelves or anything, don't worry, we'll come back through this place and, you know, pass everything by one more time. Oops. Anything else that way? No. Okay. Yeah, we'll check out all the areas here in a minute. I think you gotta go back this time, if I remember this field hunt correctly. Yep. Although there's a few in the other room, too, so I guess I could have gone either way, but no, we went that way instead. Nope, not there. This one I'm not very good at, if I'm being honest. So, I think there's some back here again. Yep. This one, it kind of makes you turn around a whole bunch of times, you know. So, I usually don't get to 30 on this one. Not that you need to. But I'll do the best I can. Running out of time, though. Okay, we'll get to 30. Good. I don't know exactly where the, like, best numbers are, like what gets you to rank A, rank S, and all of that stuff. I know eating the Mitamas themselves, I think it pulls you up an entire rank, honestly. So that probably helps, but yeah. Okay, so let's throw a few of our Molotovs while we've got them. Yeah, that's fine. It doesn't matter if you use Molotovs or Firebombs. You're just trying to get them to be frightened instead of, like, not. So, yeah, just use as many of them as you can. Try to give everybody a chance. Okay, they're all frightened. Perfect. So now we can try to start devouring them. It's going to take a little bit to do, and I'm probably going to use Augie with Surf on one of them just to preserve a little bit. Get my press turn going so that the most powerful person among us can try to eat them. So there we go. We got to get Gale at least one, so we'll work on that in a minute. We'll be able to get some press turns here, so that should be a little easier. Let's see, so throw more Molotovs. 1, 2, 3. I guess throw more of them, so that way Gale can try to eat them if I get one frightened. I'd particularly like the one on the left there to be frightened if possible, so... And then we gotta get Surf one as well. No frightens. Alright, well, let's just give it a shot, shall we? Probably not quite enough. How about a Firebomb? Okay, that one's almost dead on the left there, but they're not getting frightened this turn, so that's a little bit not good, but we'll try to figure it out. Okay, at least one of them stayed. I don't remember if they use Sukakaja, but now we got to rely on Miragi to get us the frightens and the press turns that we need, so let's see what we can do. Nothing there. I guess just try to eat this one. Yeah, sure, why not? We're not quite there, I don't think. We don't quite have enough power. That's okay, we got 2 of them, so... This one's almost dead, but yeah, they're gonna run away now, so... Usually you get like 1 to 2 rounds, depending. But we all got a participation credit out of it, and everybody's in pretty good shape with their stuff. We've almost got Aguilau and Tarazi, so yeah, that's pretty good. Got a bunch of money out of it too. Hunt result was rank A, so that's not too bad. And we got some levels. CeeLo got Vitality and Agility. That's good. What else you get, buddy? An MP Recovery. Good. Gale got all the stats that matter. He also got something. Got MP Recovery. Good. Yeah, not a bad hunt. It wasn't the best, but it'll do. Why don't we meet Dia while we're sitting here? And then, so you're almost done with Earth Temple. You're almost done with Fire Leader. Fire Leader, Heat 10, Bikuni. Once they get these skills, I'm probably going to have them double back to the level 2 skills because, I mean, we're still a little low on money even after doing that field hunt. So until we get some Amoy Cons going or something, we'll probably want to double back. Well, none of these documents are inspectable, but there is a Jack Frost on the shelf, so that's kind of cool. Keep your eyes out for that little guy while we're going through the whole dungeon, because he's around in quite a few places. Apparently the employees of the Karma Society are a pretty big fan of Jack Frost. So, that's cool. Maybe this is the reception counter, although it's in a bit of a weird spot, honestly, all things considered. Oh yeah, and I mentioned it in the last field hunt as well, but I'll say it again here. There are no encounters inside of the field hunt areas at all, so if you need a breather, there you go. From all of the crazy encounters we get into. And if you don't have Tentarafu at this point, yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if you needed a breather. So, okay, let's take CeeLo and Gale out of the party for now. That way we can kind of try to preserve our money as much as we can here. And I think they still have the rings, right? Yeah, they still do. Okay, that's good. So now, let's save again. We have the field hunt successfully completed, and then we'll probably be back to this save point to get Roland Karma in just a couple of minutes, but we'll figure that out in a minute. Did I forget to equip Argel and Roland with Mutual Karma before doing that fight? I think I might have. Oh well, it's not that big of a deal. Let's see here. Yes, you still had Ingest Mana. Okay, that's fine. It's no big deal. Again, don't worry too much about everybody's levels. It's fine. We'll all be around the same anyway. As long as you don't neglect to do it for like a significant portion of time, like a whole area between 2 save points or something, we'll be fine. So, hiding stuff in the alcoves here, huh? That's why you guys built this. You can't hide this stuff from me, though. I know your game, and they gave us 2 extra fire bombs because they knew we'd use them, so that's good. And here's the battle that drove me crazy the last time we played the game. We were playing it blind. We have Archangels. Now these guys are only weak to death elemental skills, which means you could spend your time trying to curse them and use Mudo and all of that stuff on them, but why would you do that when you could... Oh, Dekunda, nice. Why would you do that when you could just do this? Goodbye. Get out of my face. And it will be a little MP intensive as we go through the tower. Rest assured, I know that, but they're also worth quite a bit of money because they just gave us almost like $2,000 from that single battle. And in addition to that, they give us some pretty good experience in AP. So, and if we're just Tentara Fu spamming them, they won't, you know, everybody will get the AP. So I'm gonna stick around this hallway for a minute just until Roland gets Bakuni. And then we'll be good. Can I kill these guys with Arjula's Tentara Fu? Let's see. Sure can. Does about the same, so that'll work. Yeah, as you can see, everybody's getting pretty close. CeeLo's even getting close to being done with Earth Temple, which is pretty nice. So, alright, so let's just hang around here for a hot minute until Roland finishes Bakuni. We'll just try to find something for him to eat, and that'll be the important part. So. Let's get out of here before Satanta does anything crazy. He's a newer enemy, you'll fight it throughout the tower. He has access to Power Charge, as I recall, which is just not good, but he's also weak to Panic, so just Tentara Fu him. That's all you need. I think Roland said something just there, but again, some of the voice lines are a little low by comparison to everything else, so... I couldn't quite hear it from where I am standing. See, it's a lot easier with me with these games to hear all of the sound details, the voice acting, and the music and everything like that when I'm not commentating, one. Ow. And two, when I have headphones in, because that's always nice. Can we stop with the crits, please? Okay, thanks, game. It's real fucking nice of you. Okay, so we need to resuscitate everybody this turn and hope to God that they don't do the exact same thing that they just did last turn, next turn. So let's get a medical kick going. There we go. Let's try that again, shall we? There we go. Good dodge, Roland. See, it's nice with the Tsukakages on Arjula, but sometimes the enemies get lucky and they just get a crit on that person anyway, which is just like, okay, can you not, please? I'm trying to live. Yeah, did you say more crits? Because I thought you said more crits. More crits for the enemy, right? Because of course you don't want more crits for yourself. Let's see. Yeah, we really need to meet you. There we go. Okay. Time for chakra drops. That's why we've got 12 of them, so they should probably all be used up by the time we're done in here. So, because Tentara Fu is a very expensive skill for right now, just because it's higher level, so... I'm really hoping that we can find something for Roland to eat, but, well, we haven't had such luck just yet. Because they've been throwing some crazy shit at us instead of, you know, letting us do other things. Why don't we just take these guys one at a time? I could Tentara Fu them, but I feel like that's a little overkill. There we go. You can start working on the other one, even. Maybe he'll transform so we can actually get AP out of this. Oh, he transformed, but not into what I wanted him to. God damn it. Yeah, I guess a tear run doesn't order. We're probably just going to get AP out of this battle if we're going to get anything, so... Okay, that's fine. And then, Xena? Got about 200 HP, so I just got to watch my numbers so I can have Roland eat him. I should be able to do that if I do that. I forget if he's resistant to Agi, so I'm just going to try this and hope I don't get a freeze. Okay, let's try eating him now. Nah, not quite enough. Arjula? Maybe you can do it? Yeah, not quite. Okay, well now at least we can go around to Roland's turn so that he can eat after this, so... why don't we throw... I guess we don't need a Brave Ration. I'd rather just use Medea. Honestly, it's a little MP intensive, but that's okay. Roland, try again. Thank you. Just get Bakuni done while we're here. Sorry, there's a bug flying around my microphone there. I think I got him. don't see him anymore, so either I got him or I spooked him away. Well, anyway, Roland got Bakuni done, so that's good. Now we can work him on Karma, and hopefully be able to get to the next save point before he masters that. All of a sudden, the game will throw me a whole bunch of other stuff. We'll see. Because I do want to work Roland on Tarazi if I can, but I guess it's not strictly necessary now because CeeLo's working on it, and CeeLo's going to be participating in the boss fight where it's important, so... As long as we get at least one person with Agi, Lao, Zanma, and Tarazi by the time we get to that fight, we'll be in good shape. And I'd like to have Tsukikaja for as many people as I can, just because it'll come in very handy for us, so... Hey, Marie, how's it going? Greetings, 3 other people. There's 3 people total in here. Nice. It's a good turnout. We are on the 11th floor of the Karma Society Tower, and by the time we're done with today's episode, I anticipate we'll be about to the point where we haven't seen the stuff after it for the stream, so hopefully we'll get there. This is a long dungeon, though, so we'll see how that goes. 3 other, there's 4, friend. You okay? Oh! Apparently my head's not screwed on straight today, but when is it ever? So, but I'm doing good. How about yourself? Just, you know, hanging out, playing a good game. I think I want to ignore this door for now, because I think if I remember right, there's a chest in the next door. Ow. I'm glad Ares doesn't really show up too much on the later floors here, because, I don't know, his animations are just really slow. But, I mean, he's weak to panic, so just whack him with it and hope for the best. Oh good, CeeLo's done with Earth Temple. Do I have enough money at the moment to even get him anything else? I mean, I guess I could have him double back and work on Dragon Lord. But do I want to do that, or do I want to wait until the next save point? I think I'd rather wait till the next save point, because really, Tarazi and, frankly, Earth Repel as well are the main ones that I wanted out of this one, so... Just like yesterday, you have work today. Oh, well then, yeah, not the best day, then. Not the best day it could be. Could be off of work. That would be nice. We need a Mazan for this fight, so let's do that. Hopefully we can, okay, at least get 1 to panic, so I can do this. I think if I have Roland try to eat this guy, I can get him in range where Argela can kill him with it, so yeah. Especially on a crit, that's really nice. So. Now we can't do that, that would be too easy. Okay, Surf's done with Fire Leader, so that's good. And Argela's almost done with He-Ten, and Gale's almost done with Fire Leader himself, so that's going to all come in handy for us in just a few moments. We want to try to have those done before we get to the 20th floor, because that's where there's a bit of a sub-boss for us to fight. And having those level 2 skills will make that sub-boss a lot easier. So, here's a Demon Ring for you, another new Karma Ring. Let's check it out. Whoops, wrong thing. Put it on CeeLo. So the Demon Ring is attack command does more damage when cursed, but here's the problem with that. If you do more damage when you're cursed, that means you also take more damage when you're cursed, which is not optimal, because that means you kill yourself faster. So, I mean, if you kill the enemies in 1 hit, I guess it's good, but... Nah, not my cup of tea. Don't think I'll ever equip that one. It's just there for, you know, completion's sake, especially if you're on New Game Plus, where you actually get a reward for finding all of those things. So, but here, it's just there for, hey, here's a new item. Here's a TV that looks like an apple. We offer 24/7 service, and no other country does, because the USA doesn't respect our lives or well-being, so we're the only ones that work holidays because someone has to work. Yeah, I know. And it sucks, because it's like... Come on, guys. We need a break, too. Like, we can't just come in... We're not drones, you know? We can't just come in every day and expect us to work the same effort level. I saw that actually one time. I was watching an interesting documentary on the way that other countries work and also take breaks. And I thought it was very interesting that in Italy, specifically, that's the one I remember, a lot of the jobs that you can get in Italy that are, you know, they're a little more skilled, so they're like, you know, not like a job at McDonald's, but like something a little bit more than that, although you could argue even that the job at McDonald's is skilled labor in a way. But not the point. Point is, like, you get something a little bit fancier than a job at McDonald's, and they give you, like, 3 weeks of vacation time to start with, because, you know, they actually respect the mental health of the people that are working for them. Here, if you get 3 weeks of vacation time, you've worked for the company for 30 years, so yeah, not really happening here all that often. Surf reached level 20, by the way, so he actually can set 8 skills now, which is perfect, and we also got that medical kit back that I threw, so that's good. Yeah, and that's the other thing about a lot of the paid time off in the US is we have to earn our paid time off. We don't just get it, you know what I mean? So you can earn a certain number of PTO days a year, but again, it starts from a flat out, you need to earn this, you need to work for this. It's like, it's not a privilege that you just, or rather, it's a privilege rather than a right. Which is like, okay, guys, how do you expect anyone to be productive if this is the kind of bullshit you're going to have them do every day? So, let's set those up there. I don't really need too many other skills at this point, honestly. So I guess you don't really need life bonus either, so maybe we'll just set fire and ice boost. Just do a whole bunch of extra damage while we're at it. Why not? Maybe we'll be doing as much as, you know, much as we'd be doing with, like, Agi Lao without the boosts, but I'll use a chakra drop on Surf as well, why not? We got him, so we might as well use him. Alright, let's keep moving. Big open room, but that's okay. Be able to get through this soon enough. Oh good, another Tentara Fu battle. And let me just be clear, you really don't want to try to... I mean, you can fight these guys without using Tentara Fu to just flatten them immediately, but they have just enough HP where it's almost like the regular foot soldiers. You won't quite be able to do enough to actually kill more than one of them in a single round. And, well, I mean, they've got powerful physical attacks that they can use. They can use the Hama skills on you. So all around, it's not really anything that I particularly care for. So I usually just prefer to kill them. That's usually better. And I usually prefer to use Roland's MP to do the healing rather than Medea, because he's usually not going to be using his MP all that much while we're spamming Tentara Fu. You'll find that's actually a bit of a trend, where Roland and Gale will more often than not, I'll keep Dia even into like a very late game section on their skill set because of the fact that they don't need to do too much with their MP, so they can just heal for a very small amount of MP. Whereas the first two characters in the party, typically Surf and one other person, will almost always be using their MP very often to AoE the shit out of enemies until they fall over. So, and Roland got all the stats that mattered again. He also found something. Oh, nice. The Lokpala gave him some new supplies. What do you get? Medical kit. Perfect. That'll help. And that puts everybody up in level 18 range, so we might not get to 20 before the next boss fight, but maybe the next boss fight will get us all to 20. That wouldn't be too bad. I think there's a save point coming up here pretty soon as well, so that should come in handy for us if we don't die right now from random crits. Okay, that works okay. Can't ZO with this particular person. I guess I'll just make it up. We should be able to get enough damage off of Mazio from just Surf and Roland doing it twice to kill these guys. So should is the key word, of course, but we'll see. Yeah, we will. Okay, a whole bunch of level ups there. We got Arjula, CeeLo, and Gale at level 19. Roland's still kicking it at level 18, but he's alright. He'll be fine. He'll get there eventually. And Arjula got almost all the stats that matter for her. CeeLo got magic and agility, so that's good. He also got a complete heal. Perfect. Gale got strength and magic. That's good for him. He also got vitality. Nice. That's a good level. I would take it. And here we are, save point. Almost filled the room up, but let's save first, because after that last battle, like, the random crits that start to happen in this tower from the enemies are really the killers in a lot of cases, because if they just get like one too many crits, they do just enough damage when you don't have life bonus to where they can just completely annihilate your entire party and there's nothing you can do about it. So it sucks, but it's just, you know, the way that the cookie crumbles in some cases, I suppose. Alright, So Silo's done with Earth Temple. Surf is done with Fire Leader. We also unlocked another secret mantra, so let's check this out. Now this one's a little different from the esoteric that we unlocked before, because this particular node is a stat node, so it actually raises everybody in the party's magic by 2 points. So keep an eye out for these because they're pretty handy. I mean, there's a few of them throughout the grid. It's kind of hard to tell them from other esoterics at the moment, but eventually they will open up, and they're all in specific spots. Usually they are kind of symmetrical to one another, so if it's in one spot on the left side of the grid, it'll probably be in the same spot on the right side of the grid. So for example, this one is probably also a stat node, and once we master Heat 10, we should unlock it because, or rather, we have to master Heat 10 and Demon in order to unlock it, so yeah. CeeLo, what aren't you working on now? Surf is done with his level 2s, so he's really just got to work on level 3s, which are fairly expensive at the moment. CeeLo's got a bunch of level 2s to work on, though. He's got to work on Karma, and Dragon Lord and Adamant would be the main ones. So I think we'll go with Dragon Lord next, just to see if we can get him Zanma as soon as possible. Because the more of these skills, the level 2 attacking skills that we get, the higher chance that soon we'll be able to use stuff like Mazanma and all of the higher end Ma skills, the level 2 attacking Ma skills, hit all elemental skills. So, excuse me. As for Surf, how much is Kichijio? 10,000 as well. Okay, that's a little bit pricey. And Twilight is way too pricey for the moment. But we do have access to some of the other eating skills that we're going to want to get, the eating mantras. So this is the first one we're going to want to get pretty soon. Well, I guess once we're done with getting all of our level 2, our 2-star difficulty mantras done, and getting our level 2 attacking skills, we'll probably just want to work on Demon Beast and Priestess here. They're both level 3s, and they get you Atma bonus, which is pretty nice, Iron Stomach, which is very nice, and we'll probably be using that for most random battles for the rest of the game once we get it. And then Priestess gets us, well, it gets us Quick Escape, which is not very good in this game because they nerfed it a little bit. You can't run as easily in hard mode. It's probably still good in normal mode, though, because in normal mode you can probably run away from things fairly decently. But in normal mode, would you really want to? Usually enemies are pretty easy in normal mode. And eventually basically the reason why we're getting Priestess is so we can get up to Holy Beast, which we can't see yet. But that's where AP Divide is, basically, along with Consume, which is the most powerful eating skill. This one doesn't even get you a good eating skill. This one's really nice because it gets you... All 4 of those abilities are really good. Feed Frenzy hits everything for the same damage as Devour. Rend Asunder is more powerful than Devour, and it does the same thing. And then Atma Bonus and Iron Stomach speak for themselves, so... Alright, Conquer, we'll see you in a little bit. Let's see, so do I want Surf to get anything just yet? I do have the money, although we're going to be spending a good 20k here somewhere. Well, maybe not for Arjula, she's still got some level 2s to work on. Yeah, she's got Yaksa and maybe Ice Demon. I have to look back. Gale's definitely going to be working on a level 3, though, so I'm going to have to figure out what I want for him. Probably Demon, just so that we can get that one stat mantra once we're done with that. So, I guess I'll get Surf something. We should have enough money to where he can get something else here. It might be Ice Leader. Yeah, it's either Ice Leader or Kichijio, and I don't think I need Kichijio all that badly. And I guess it gets us Void Charm and Void Poison, but those don't really ever become a problem for us, to be honest. Foul Breath isn't bad, so maybe I'll think about that one. But I think I want Ice Demon first. Or Ice Leader, excuse me, first, because that'll get us Bufula, and, well, that'll be pretty handy for us. So, I think we'll start there. And then, yeah, we'll just wait for Arjula and Gale to finish theirs off, and then we'll buy them some stuff, and we'll be in good shape. There's one more save point after this before the sub-boss fight, by the way, so if you haven't quite gotten your level 2 attacking skills just yet, your Zanma, your Tarazi, or your Agilao, don't worry about it too much. You've still got a bit of a ways to go where you can, you know, work on that. So it's just once you get to the 20th floor, that's where you really want to have it. And if you don't have those skills, I'm not going to say you should go back and grind for them, because I don't think that's strictly necessary. But it will make the boss fight that happens, the sub-boss fight that happens there a bit easier to stomach. So, hey, look, another Jack Frost. I think this door just leads to, yeah, that little section that's walled off right there. What does that say? Trying to read it backwards. Information, I think is what it's supposed to say, but there's a Z on the end of it. Maybe that's just a fancy N, because it's also at the beginning of the thing, of the glass there. Now let's check it out. I can't see it from here, and it won't let me pull the camera up to see it anyway. Oh, there's Jack Frost on the desk. So there's that. Hey, there's another yellow crystal. Nice. Yeah, I think it just looked like a Z from that side because we were looking at it backwards, because as you can see from here, it just says information. So, where do I want to stick that yellow crystal? In the trick ring? Well, we already stick in the trick ring. Let's see. So yeah, we've already stuck 2 vitality crystals, 2 blue diamonds in it. And we've stuck, I think, 1 yellow crystal in it before this. So I think I'll stick this one in there, and we'll call it a day for now with that one. No, I actually stuck a pink crystal into this one. I forgot, because we got that last time. So yeah, let's stick the yellow crystal in. So now the trick ring's done for probably most of the game. We may eventually get enough stuff together where we'll actually be able to, like, increase the power of the, you know, like, we'll get better diamonds and we'll get better crystals more regularly, but I don't know, it's in pretty good shape for a good chunk of the game, just from the stat bonuses that it gets now, like, if we take a look at it. I mean, that's nothing to sneeze at. Vitality +4, Magic +5, Agility +1, Luck +1. That's a pretty good ring, all things considered, so. And the Rich Ring's in pretty good shape as well. So, I don't know, we'll just leave them how they are for a little while and see how it all goes. I think that's a good idea. Also, if you don't have Tentara Fu at this point, you could also use something like Stun Sphere or Stun Wave on the Satanta, because I think he's also weak to Nerve, but, well, I have this, so that's much better. And I think I might want to go back to the save point after this, because He-10 and Fire Leader are just about done there. They might need a couple more battles to get there, but just about done, I think. Let's see what's up here first. I forget if this just leads to a treasure chest, or if it's, like, actually the rest of the dungeon. No, it's just a treasure chest. Okay. A boardroom with the tables in a bit of a weird spot. Maybe it's a storage closet. I don't know. There is power data in here, so that's pretty nice. Whole room's explored. Good. Who could use that power data? Maybe we'll use up some of these other datas while we've got them as well. Let's check out the stats on everybody. Roland, how's your strength? 16 versus Gale's 19. So Roland could definitely use the power data. Let's give that to him. That'll top him off. HP data, well, we definitely want Argela to have some of this. We'll give some to CeeLo as well. And I think I'll hold on to the HP and MP data that we have there for now, just because they'll come in handy later. And we don't need to give him the Surf. He's got plenty of both, so. Hey, Nitro, it's going good. How's it going for you there? We're just meandering our way up the Karma Society Tower, seeing if we can rescue Sarah. We don't get smacked in the face by these guys too much. Now, that Tsukakaja is not very nice, so I think I'm just going to try Tentara Fuing with +2. Yeah, that should do us some good. Again, one of the major strengths of the Trick Ring is the fact that it gives you +2 accuracy, essentially, to all of your skills that you use. So if the enemies have that as well, well, now you've got a bit of a counteraction to that, so that you know you can kill them without them just getting in your face and being like, I just dodged again and again and again. So let's see. Yeah, that was just a treasure chest. The way forward is up that way, but we'll go there in a minute. Let's head back to the save point so I can get Argela and Gale something else to work on while we're hanging around here. Going good for you? Thanks for asking. You're welcome. Glad it's going good for you. Always a good thing. Let's see here. So, He-10 is done. Do I want to get you Zionga, Gale? Because that wouldn't be too bad to have around. I mean, I'd be paying 10k anyway to get Demon. Or no, I actually only pay 5k for Demon. Demon itself is actually pretty nice in this one. It gets us Devil Feast, which is not particularly useful to us in this one. They nerfed it a little bit. Now it's got about the same accuracy as Mudo, and I swear they nerfed Mudo's accuracy in this one as well. probably to make it combo better with your curse skills. But the main skill that we want to get out of Demon for Gale and Roland, they're the only ones who need this mantra now, is Vile Blade. It's a high accuracy physical attack. It hits all enemies, and it is based on both your strength and vitality, which means you'll get more damage out of it than you would normally get out of Mad Rush. It's really nice for basically the entire game, frankly, if you need just almost a little bit of a light hit on all enemies, but it's not really light. By the time we get to the end game, it deals like, I want to say about 130, 140 damage to all enemies, which is still pretty good, considering, I mean, that's probably like a third of the HP values of most of the enemies later on, so. And that'll also get us whatever this stat is, so that's not too bad. I think I'll work on Demon for Gale for a little while. Again, Zionga is my next plan with him, but, I mean, we're still a little hurting on money, so. Let's work on things that are a little less expensive while we can. Argela now. She needs to work on Yaksa as well as, let's see, I don't know if she has Ice Demon yet. Let's see if she has Ice Demon. Let's get that for her instead of Yaksa. We'll work on Yaksa after she gets Ice Demon. And we'll slowly work her up to Ice Leader eventually as well. She doesn't really need to equip it just yet, though, because, well, we've got Surf for that, but I do want somebody else to have access to Bufu for, just in case I don't have Surf in the party. Like, what if we encounter something like Lupa in the last game that uses a whole bunch of fire skills? You know, then having Surf in the party will be a bit of a problem. So, whoops, that's the wrong way. Let's go this way. All right, so now up we go from over here. Who's got Mazio in this team? Not you. Okay, that's fine. Let's just do this. See if we get any Frightens. We didn't get a Frighten, but we got a Shock, so that's not bad. Probably have Surf do that. I guess just pass it. I think Surf should be able to kill on a crit. Yeah. And that'll get him a little extra MP. Not that he particularly needs it. I mean, even at halfway, he's got 150 MP. So, yeah, maybe it would have been better to have Roland eat that one, but oh well. That's fine. This battle, on the other hand, might be a bit of a problem. What do I got in here? I got 2 Shock Bombs and a Thunder Rod, so... yeah, what the heck, throw those out. Might as well. Just get a little bit of extra damage off. See, I could transform, but it wouldn't give me enough turns to kill them all if I transformed. So I guess just Shock Bomb them. There we go. And Surf's magic, of course, is high enough to where if he uses those items, it just does an absurd amount of damage. So, yeah. He's in good shape. Is that a large terminal over there? Wow. That's generous. There's a small terminal right back there. Although, thinking about it, there's no other path forward here. Something smells fishy here, and it sure as hell ain't cod. They're probably all dead. Oh, crap. They tricked us! But unfortunately for them, the trick is, well, probably not going to work out too well for them. Let's see how much they kill Roland here first, and then we'll see if it works out. Yeah. Kill Roland, that's fine. Okay, so here's the thing about this battle. I know for a fact that they're going to have reinforcements after this, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this. Kill them first. The reinforcements will appear, but it's 2 more Titans. So now you can just revive Roland. And then, well, I can't Tentara Fu, I suppose, but I guess I could Earth Wall. Do I have an Earth Wall? Well, I have an Earth Wall, but I don't know if I don't have Void Earth equipped, so I guess just do this. And hope we don't die. Pray to RNGesus. Okay, that'll work. Perfect. Because now they're frightened, and that'll make this a little easier to deal with. Just get that going. They haven't lost any HP, though, so I don't think I can eat them very easily, so I guess I'll just do this again. Whatever. A little easier to eat them later in the tower, although I don't know if I'll ever eat the Titans, because it's because of the fact that they're weak to Tentara Fu, so you usually don't get a chance to, you know. But we still got a decent chunk of money out of that because we ended the first part of the fight in 1 round, so I'll take it. They sure did. Well, it wasn't much of a trap, though. I mean, it did kill Roland, but if we weren't weak to Earth, that would have done basically nothing to stop our, halt our advance, so. Hang on, let's see what he's got. I don't think he's going to answer you where he's gone to. Okay, well, we've dealt them a bit of a blow. That's the important part. Let's see, only a couple more rooms, and then we should be up to another save point. Although, you know what that means. If we're up to another save point, we're pretty close to a point where, well, we'll be at that sub-boss I was talking about. I'm just going to Tentara Freeze. Yeah, I'm going to say it should kill everything, because Eligors, as far as I know, are not resistant to panic. There are so few things in the early parts of the game here that are actually resistant to panic that typically Tentara Fu is just your best bet in the vast majority of situations. It's just minor exceptions like the cockatrice back in the other dungeon, the internment facility, where you usually won't get any good out of that, but I do hope that soon they start letting me eat things again, though, because, I mean, we're getting good AP out of just killing these guys for everybody, but I'd like to start eating things so that Roland can finish up Karma. Okay, we're at an odd level, so let's just do this for Surf. That'll work. And we'll do this. We'll finish exploring the room. Any Jack Frosts in the reception area? No, apparently not. Okay. Didn't think I saw any, but I figured I'd ask just in case. You never know. That's not a smorgasbord, but that's 2 people that can crit devour this guy, so I think I'll take that. What else could I use to kill these guys? That's the question, because I'd like to have Surf kill that guy on the side there. Maybe I could soften them up. Well, I don't know if I want to soften them up, because well, they might still be alive, so like that guy. I think Surf can kill this one now. Yeah. We probably could have killed the other guy by just, you know, because of the crit, but I figured, let's just see what... I know this guy's weak enough where I can kill him, so... And that guy's dead, so... Who's like us? Damn few! And they're all dead. Okay, Roland's mastered Karma, that's good. That's mainly what I wanted for him, so we can start working him on the level 2 attacking skills now. And we got a little bit of money together as well, and as you'll see in a moment, we're going to have a little more money. But first we got to get over here, so... Alright, well, no first strike. That Trick Ring is coming in handy. No, Trick Ring isn't doing it. It's Argel's agility, really, that's doing it. But I mean, I guess the Trick Ring gives a little more agility. You never know. That 1 agility might be the difference between who goes first here, so... Alright, Argel leveled. She got magic and agility. That's good. She also is level 20 now, so she can set 8 skills, which is perfect, because now we can set life bonus for her somewhere. Yeah, probably a good idea. A Holy Arrow. Okay, cool. And Roland got Strength and Vitality. CeeLo got all the stats that matter, and he's level 20 as well, so now he can set 8 skills. Uh-oh. Do a little flossing here, CeeLo. What you got? A medical kit. Okay. Oh, how that got stuck in between your teeth, man, but I'll take it. Good lord. Let's see. So Argela can set 8 skills. Excuse me. So let's set all these new ones, just to get them out of the way. And then we definitely want to set life bonus. But what else do we want to set for you? I could set Bufu, but... I guess I could set Aikdi? Or Dia. Well, no, I've got Dia already with Roland, so I guess I'll set Aikdi. Because that should still come in handy for her, so... Alright, but you're done with that. You don't need life bonus at all. You'll get there, and you can set multiple skills now. You've got Tarazi, so let's just set these up so they get them out of the... No more exclamation points. Life bonus for you, and then is there anything else? I guess Mapatra's not bad. We already got Aikdi, but Mapatra's not too bad, so I guess I'll stick that there for you. There we go. And Gale, you're not quite there yet. You'll be there in one battle, so that's fine. And then we'll just work on Roland after that. Aha! So this is why you don't got to worry too much about the money that we have, because, well, we found the Mad Mart Express of the area. So this will allow us to sell all those plants that we've got, that we've gotten so far, and that'll get us a little bit more money to work on with our mantras. So. And we're only 20,000, 21,000-ish points away from, or $21,000 worth of points away from getting the next rank. And that's if you buy or sell things. So obviously we're going to sell a few things to make our way there. This Daisy will get us close, and then there's the Narcissus as well. So we'll sell these. And then we'll be in good shape. And as I said, we'll have a little more money that we can use for, you know, our purchasing needs. We'll sell this ruby as well. Okay, yeah, just stick them in my hat, Keith. Gotcha. And then we'll sell the sapphire, because I'm not going to play with the gotcha. I already played enough with the gotcha. Anything else that I want to sell? Any, like, odd morsels or muscle drinks that I picked up anywhere? Those I never use as actual items, so usually I just sell them if I find them. But it doesn't look like we have any yet, so let's see. We still don't have anything new there. How are we doing on points now? We are just a little off of rank 4, so that's fine. We don't quite have... there isn't really anything particularly good that I want to buy at rank 4, though, so it's not really too much of a bother. So, let's see. I think we're pretty good with our dis items now. It's just dis curses, I think, that we could use a little more of. I'll buy 3 just for the hell of it. Because we still need about 5,000 more dollars spent before we actually can get to the point where we're in good shape. I'll buy 4 of these, because then we'll get up to 15 if I buy 4 more later. Just gotta buy a little bit, you know, just in little stages. Alright, so now we should be pretty close. Yeah, we're only 27 points off. And there's a reusable HP recovery item. It's only in battle, though, similar to how it was in DDS1 and in Nocturne with the other reusable items. You can only use them in battle, so it's not particularly useful because you can't just use it willy-nilly outside of battle. It would be pretty busted if you could use it outside of battle for a free heal. It would be like Final Fantasy Legend 3 monster abilities levels of busted. Like that, what was that one recovery move in Legend 3? I forget what it's called, but there's like one of the cyborgs gets a recovery, an HP recovery move that is a talent in Legend 3, and you can cast it for free. So, yeah, it'd be that kind of busted. But unfortunately, that's not the case in this game. You can only use it in battle, and most of the time in battle, I don't want to spend someone's good press turn using a recovery item that gets me the same effect as a 3 MP skill, you know, so. Well, anyway. We're moving our way up. We're on the 20th floor now, so... But if you've been paying attention, you'll know what that means. I mentioned that the next time we hit a save point, we'll be wanting to keep our eyes peeled. And if we go that way... Oh, look, a helipad. That's what the H is for. So we'll have to check that out in a moment. First, let's see what we can do about these mantras. Roland isn't quite done with karma yet, is he? Oh, no, he finished it. Never mind. I think I had him eat somebody, that's why. He managed to finish it. So that's good. What else do I want to get for him now? Tarazi, right? That's the main thing. Yeah, Tarazi's the main thing. He's still got Bolt Lord to work on, and then he already worked on Bikuni Karma and Sramana. So Bolt Lord is the main one that we'll want to come back to, but first I'd like to get him Earth Temple so that he can get Tarazi and also Earth Repel, because both of those are going to be fairly useful for him. So we'll do that. How's everybody else doing here? So you're almost done with Dragon Lord. That's good. You'll want to get Zionga eventually. You'll want to get Bufala eventually. And you're almost done with Bufala, so that's pretty good. Let's see. The mantras that you have right now, though, aren't particularly useful. The next fight, just quick spoilers for about 2 minutes from now, once I get to the fight, you're not going to be able to eat anything in the sub-boss fight, so it's, yeah, there's that. I would like to heal a little bit, though, because, good lord, my MP is looking not very good right now. That's a little better. Let's see here. How do I want to do this? We're going to be using all 5 characters for this upcoming boss fight here. Now, who's going to be in the party at the end of it? I know who's going to be in the party to start it. We're going to have CeeLo, Argela, and Roland in the party to start the fight. But eventually we're going to bring both Surf and Gale into the party to finish the fight. So that will put us in a little bit... I don't think it'll put us in a difficult position. I just got to make sure that I set the right skills here. So, who needs what here? CeeLo, you've been rocking Zio for a little bit, but for this particular fight, we're going to want you to have Zan and Tarazi. We don't need the Moss skills for this. It's treated almost like an actual boss fight, basically, because it's not a boss... It's not like a full-scale boss fight, but there's enough going on in it where you probably want to treat it like one, so... the most important thing to set for this particular fight is Earth Repel, for this particular party anyway. We don't really need Terukaja all that badly. And, well, if I had Force Boost, I would set it, but I don't have it, so I guess I'll just set Earth Boost instead. You're going to be in the party, so you don't need Mutual Karma. But I suppose I'll just leave it on you for now, because, well, we're not going to be using Ingest Mana anyway. So, yeah, there's that. Alright, so CeeLo will be doing that. That's fine. Argela, what are you going to be up to? We want you to use Zanma with Force Boost, because that will come in pretty handy for you. You don't have Tarazi, because you're going to be working on Bufu instead, but Zanma's the most important one. Tarunda's pretty important too for this one, so... And I think I'll set Force Repel just in case. We won't be using it in the early parts of the fight, but it might come in handy in some cases here. And I'll set Force Boost as well instead of... yeah, we could set it instead of Terra. She won't need Terra for this fight. She mainly just needs Force Boost and Zanma for what she's going to be doing anyway. Let's see here. What else do we need? You're in good shape for now. You're in good shape for now. I would like Sukukaja instead of Terukaja on you. So I'll definitely stick that there for you. Is that the main thing that I want from you for this fight? What else do I want for you for this fight? I think I'll set Terra on you as well. I don't really need Mad Rush all that badly. So there's that. And I guess I'll set Void Earth instead of Mad Rush just in case. Might need it. Earth is the main element that I want to avoid in this particular fight coming up. So, although you won't be in the party, so you need Mutual Karma. Do I want Earth Boost? No, not really. Rather just have Void Earth, I think. So we'll stick that there. Argela also needs Mutual Karma because she'll be out of the party by the time the fight gets going here. So let's do that for her. See, I gotta make a bit of special preparations for this particular fight in order to make sure that we're ready for it. Surf definitely wants Agilao because that will do an excessive amount of damage when we're fighting the things that we're fighting here coming up. Don't Fire Repel. Nah, I don't think I need it. And he will be in the party, so keeping everything else the same for him is probably fine. As for Gale, yeah, he's going to want... I mean, Zan is nice for him, but he's really going to want Agilao. I might stick Zan on just instead of, what's it called? Mad Rush, just because it'll come in handy. Tarunda will come in handy for him. I'll probably keep everything else, and he wants Ingest Mana because... Or does he want... I might want Fire Boost instead for him, so... Actually, I can stick both. Well, no. I'll stick Fire Boost here, because he doesn't need Ingest Mana for this fight, and Dia might still come in handy, so we'll stick Fire Boost there. And I think we're all set now. We're going to see. Welcome back, Conquer. Sorry, I didn't see you come in. I was making special preparations for the upcoming sub-boss here. So let me just check and make sure we're all good in terms of party order. Yeah, we're still good for party order. Maybe I'll equip some other rings on people, too. Argela doesn't need a Trick Ring. I'd rather that be on CeeLo, actually. So we'll give that to him. She could use the Vital Ring just for the extra vitality. You've got the Magic Ring. You really don't need that all that badly. What do I want to give you instead? I don't think there's much of anything that I care for you to have in terms of rings. Maybe the Hiho Ring? I mean, I don't know why they'd use a Bufu skill, but just in case, I guess. You want the Rich Ring because you'll be in battle near the end, and then Gale wants the Magic Ring. So Yeah, this is an interesting sub-boss coming up because it actually forces you, well, in my particular case, it forces me to use all 5 party members just because I kind of like the idea of being able to play around and fight everybody where I'm not, like, having just 3 characters all prepped for this fight. Because if you just had 3 characters prepped for this fight, it would probably be a little bit more tricky. In this case, it lets me use everybody equally, which is very good, I think. You just want ingest mana. You want mutual karma, and you want mutual karma. But you don't need ingest mana for this fight, so we'll just make do with what we've got. Okay, now we make a beeline for the door and hope we don't get into an encounter. Good. Fantastic. There's something suspicious beyond the door, though, so let's see what that something suspicious could be. Oh, cutscene. I mean, that don't look too suspicious. Oh, just wait. You've got no idea.
Nice. He's definitely my type.
Excuse me, do I know you?
The chick looks pretty tasty too. She's really just data. I heard they were original models.
Yeah, they might not be here anymore.
Don't underestimate them. They may not look like much, but they made it all the way here, didn't they?
That is a fair point. We're dangerous, yo.
Are you?
Was that funny? I don't know who you are.
That's so cute. We're your enemies.
Yeah, I got that part, jackass.
It's the Tripvana. Who are they? The Society's elite guard.
Oh.
They're known for their violent tendencies.
And the rest of the guards aren't?
And they look hungry.
Great.
Bingo. Processed crap gets old. It's time for some real breast meat.
I mean, that might have been mixed in with the rest.
They're out.
God, this guy's creepy.
We've been ordered to capture you.
And that's the point, right?
We could have let him do it, but we have our pride. We don't like you much anyway.
Him who?
You're playing the pronoun game with me,
Give a damn
Tripvana.
about that Asura. I won't let some no-name shithead waltz in and take our place. Think you can handle this?
So when you watched DBZ as a kid, did you ever think you'd hear Frieza say shithead? Because if you didn't, well, we're here now, aren't we? And so now we have to fight the Tripvana. So that's what we're gonna go do. First things first, let's get our buffs and debuffs going because those will last the whole boss fight, and that's what I want, so. Let's get Terunda moving, we'll get Sukakaja going, I'll get my second Terunda up in a second, and then we'll go from there. Excuse me. Don't worry about them too much for right now, they're just in human form doing human form things, so, but they will, well, they'll transform eventually, I don't think that's much of a spoiler. In terms of who to hit here to get them to transform, you only need to hit one of them for a certain amount of damage in order to get them to transform and start the second phase of the fight. And between the 3 of them, Tripvana Earth actually has the least amount of resistance to magic. I don't think he has his Earth nullification yet, though, even though he's Tripvana Earth. And if he does, I'm going to find out right now. Yeah, he doesn't quite, so that's fine. So yeah, just pound him with spells and get your buffs up and do all that stuff. So, as you can see, we're doing quite a bit of damage with that. But we just want to push him about 200 HP, I think, is enough to get them to transform. And obviously we did that, so. You did not, but that is something you apparently did need to hear. It's the thing that you never knew you needed in your life until you heard it, right? You're still playing the pronoun game. Stop it! And so now they'll transform and start the real fight. Now, ideally, I would have started this part of the fight with Arjula turned into human form, but since we didn't do that just yet, we can do it right now. It's no big deal. Alright, so now for this particular section of the fight, we want Arjula to revert to human form. She's got the metal jacket because she's going to be doing some shooting. And in addition to that, what else do we want? We want an Earth Shield of some kind. Ideally, we want Earth Repel. And I think we can do that if I just do this. But having Earth Repel on CeeLo is actually really nice because, as you'll see in a moment, we'll get access to the level 2 shot skill with Arjula. So that will be a lot more damage than we'd normally do. But you got 3 targets, Q-Sith, Ubelarus, and Ganga. Ganga's weak to Earth, Q-Sith's weak to Fire, Ubelarus is weak to Wind. That's why I said focus on those 3 skills, because these jackasses are weak to all of them, so yeah. We'll just do that, get a weakness hit. We'll get Quake Shot with CeeLo, but I don't want to use that just yet. I want to use Earth Repel because, as you'll see, based on my party outlook right now, because Argel is in human form, CeeLo's not weak to any elements, and Roland is weak to Earth. So we only have one elemental weakness across our whole party right now, and it's Earth. So if I Earth Repel, it will actually help us quite a bit in just a moment, because as you'll see in a second, somebody in this fight really likes using elemental skills to exploit our weaknesses, so I'm going to give Argel a Chakra Drop while I got a press turn here. There we go. Okay, so now this guy will void skills. Usually it's based on the skills that you used on the last turn. And then Ganga there is their main elemental attacker, so she'll keep casting magic. Ideally, it'll be the one that you void, but if that's not the case, don't worry about it too much. If they void Earth on a turn, just start using Zan or Agi on the other guys, on Ubelaris or whatever. Ubelaris is resistant to physical attacks, and Q-Sith, I think, is resistant to wind, if I recall correctly, so it's a little bit of a tricky fight, because, well, especially if they void Earth, that's no good. If they do all of that, though, you could always use electricity, because none of them resist electricity completely, so you could just use that on them, and that'll do you pretty good. Let's see, what want to have Argel do? I think I want her to just Brave Ration CeeLo for now. Because really, when they're voiding Earth, that's kind of killing most of our damage with this particular party anyway. So, why don't we Earth Repel? And then, let's just, I don't know, shoot Q-Sith in the face. Why not? He's kind of spooky. He'll also cast buffs on his party, so he's a little tricky to deal with, but, well, if you do this, it goes a lot faster. Okay, and now that they did that, we can Quake Shot. Go for it. Yeah, 250 damage on a single shot. I will take it. That will end this very quickly, so... For Ganga, anyway. We still got to get the other two, but Ganga's kind of out of the picture now, so as you can see. Now we don't need Earth Repel as much, and having it was just enough to really do a whole bunch for us there. Okay, so now that that's done, we want to swap our party around a little bit, because we don't need Argela in for anything else, and we don't need... Because she already got Terunda's up, so that's done for us now. And we don't need Roland for anything else either, because he's already done with all of his Sukukajas. So maybe let's get Surf and Gale in here. Let's just use our next 2 turns to get them in here, and then Surf can buff on the next turn, and we'll go from there. We also have access to Materazi, because we have Agilao set, which is pretty good for us. We don't really need anything else for now, so let's deploy Gale. And also I kind of like that they do that, where they tell you, hey, this person's in human form when you're going to deploy them. So that's actually a nice little touch, just in case, especially in New Game Plus, where that could actually be a bit of a problem in some cases. So usually what ends up happening after you beat Ganga is Q-Sith will Dekaja you, which is why I want to get my Sukukajas back up, because that will come in fairly handy for us. But let's get some press turns while we're at it. That'll make it easier to cast all of our buffs. I will Agilao Q-Sith in a minute. He's weak to fire, like I said, but we'll work on this part first. We have Agilao right now, so let's go for it. Nice! That did a good chunk of damage. So probably Ubelaris will be the last one left standing, because, well, he's the one that's not weak to Agilao, so... But if you have access to Agi and... what's the other skill that you need there? Zanma, I think? You could use Miragion, which deals damage to both of them, and it'll still deal a lot of damage to Ubelaris here, so that's not a bad idea. I'll just keep doing this to Q-Sith until he gets down to red health, and then we'll start spamming on Ubelaris there to try to get him down. Especially with Void Force going, like that's not going to make it very easy for us here. Let's see. With that up, I guess we'll just have CeeLo use Medea for now. I think I'm going to have Surf use Agilao on Ubelaris, because that'll start damaging him a little more. Even without a weakness hit, it still deals a ton of damage, so yeah. Let's do this. Okay, he's almost dead, so that's the important part there. Anything I want to do in particular here? No, not really. I don't think so. Just pass this turn, it's fine. I don't remember if Q-Sith repels or whatever Earth, or nullifies Earth or whatever, so I figure now we'll just, go from here. Alright, so let's do Zan next. And then I think Bufu is still effective on Ubelaris, so we'll give it a shot. If it's not, it's no big deal. Okay, it's still effective. That's good. So we'll use this turn to get some damage off on Ubelaris here. See, he's almost dead already as well, so... We don't want to kill him first, though, if we can afford not to, because then Q-Sith actually goes into a bit of pissy boss mode if you kill Ubelaris first. So ideally, you want to kill them at around the same time. So, all right, let's see what he does. Okay, he didn't void anything this turn, so that means we can kill them both on this turn. And it'll be pretty simple, just a matter of Zanning him until he dies, Agilowing the other one till he dies, and then Agilowing Ubelaris till he dies. So, there we go. And this should be over very shortly. Yep, there you go. And that's how you fight the Tribvana expert mode. Well, sort of. It's not really expert mode, but I tried to do the best I can out of it, and we got $7,500 and a tiger's eye out of it, along with a whole bunch of experience. So that's good. Alright, Gale got Fatality and Magic. He's also level 20 now, so he can set 8 skills. Very good. Had enough? You said it.
Fall back, now!
Okay, but fall back to where? The lower floors? Okay, that's not what I meant. What the hell?
Whoa, what a freak. Sheesh. Where did they find these guys?
Yeah, that's the question, CeeLo, and I don't think we're gonna get an answer. I've said it before, I'll say it again. CeeLo and me are always on the same wavelength. It's like, Jesus, man. What's with these people? They're nuts. Yeah, we still don't have an answer to that, do we? That is the question. We'll have to see the answer soon enough. Maybe. You mean the him part? That's a good question, Argela. I'm not really sure yet. No, don't even curse us with that, CeeLo. If they're as persistent as Bat, we're in trouble. Yeah, hopefully. I mean, it would be better if they, you know, lived so they could continue to inform us on what the hell's going on out here. Alright, so there's that. And then... Can you use Dia on Argela? Yeah, you can. Okay, good. I wasn't sure if you could do that with him, with them being out of the party. Let's see here. Now we got to reset our party a little bit. And we're going to go back to the save point, obviously, just to make sure that we are in good shape there. Who do I want in the party right now? You're working on Dragon Lords, so that's not too necessary. Probably want Argela Roland back in, just because they can... Like, I need Roland to get Tarazi going pretty quickly, so... Well, I guess I don't need it, but it'll be nice to have anyway, so... And CeeLo and Gale are in pretty good shape for now. So, alright, so now we go Argela, Surf, Roland, and it'll mean Roland will... Well, he'll get experience anyway from Mutual Karma, but it'll get him a little closer to getting to, what's it called? What did I have her on before? I had her on Zan and Terra, that's it. It'll get him a little bit closer to being level 20, and having Tarazi, which are both pretty important to have right around now. Instead of Force Boost, let's set Aikdi for you again. Keep life bonus there, because good lord does Argela need it. We'll keep that there for now. You can have just regular Agi, because we don't quite have all of the skills that we need to make good use of that just yet. Let's see, and you need ingest mana as well, so let's do that. You also need ingest mana, so let's set that up for you. And then instead of Void Earth, let's set Mad Rush back up, but eventually we're going to switch that for Vile Blade once we get you access to Demon. We just don't have that just yet, that's all. And you want Zeo instead of Terra. There we go. And you want Mutual Karma, which you have. Let's set Terra, regular Terra for you. We'll get Aikdi going for you as well, and then Amapatra as well. There we go. Oops. No, I did it right. Okay, good. I thought I double-clicked there by accident. Let's see. So you're good, and then you have a whole bunch of room to work with now. Did I have you on Zeo before? No, I had you on Zan, Terra, and you had Zeo. Okay. So let's just set that up there. Mad Rush can go right there. We want Dia and Terunda. Those are both fine. We definitely want mutual karma. Life bonus, and then is there anything else that I particularly care about? I guess I could set Void. No, maybe Void Expel would be better in this dungeon instead of Void Death. Void Death isn't too bad, but it's not nearly as necessary in this one as it is in DDS1. You need, well, you don't need Void Death for every dungeon, but it definitely helps. So, and thankfully we don't need to use up our money to go buy more mantras because we didn't eat anybody just there. We can just go like this, we can save, and then we can move right along with our lives and try to get up to the next floor. I think if I remember correctly, the next elevator will lead us to a section that has a large save terminal, which will be a welcome respite for us. Because I'm going to use it to teleport out of the tower and go back to the underground city and get a full heal, frankly. I think that'll come in pretty handy for us, so. But we'll just take a quick trip out, and then we'll come back in once we do that. So yeah, like I said, we won't be finishing the whole tower up today, but we definitely will finish up the tower on Thursday's stream, and then we will be moving on to some new stuff that we haven't seen yet. So that'll be good. I want to go over here first because there's nothing over here, but you can see that there's a treasure over there that we can go grab. So that means we're going to want to keep an eye out for that when we go off to the left there. So that's what we're going to do. But first we got to fight these guys, so that's fun. Adavaka is resistant to panic, as I said. Well, I think I said it before, but I think I actually said resistant Tentara Fu specifically. We also have a Dis over here. She's weak to fire, as I recall. Let's just do a little bit of that. Oh, excuse me, she's weak to ice. I apologize. I forgot where I was for a second. That's my bad. I should know that by now. Anyway, let's try that one again, shall we? Okay, she's weak to Bufu. There we go. Now we're good. And why don't you just munch? There we go. Yeah, I forgot about that, apparently. My Nocturne skills were strong, but not that strong. Because she's not weak to Bufu and Nocturne, either. But she is definitely resistant. As a matter of fact, I think she drains fire in Nocturne just the same as she does in this game, so... yeah. My bad. It's okay. We're all fine. We just didn't get a little bit of money out of that battle. We missed out on about, probably about $600, I think we would have gotten. I think we would have gotten closer to 2,000 if we had done that in one round, which we probably would have been able to do. Not 100% sure about that, but maybe we'll get into another encounter with those two and we'll find out. Matter of fact, thinking about the press turn order there, we definitely could have done it in one round because we would have gotten Terra, weakness hit, so we could have got flashing press turn from that. Bufu, weakness hit. Roland could eat the Dis, and then Terra on the Adavaka, and the Adavaka would have died. So, yeah, we would have gotten it. Here's a Trank Shot. We want to give that to Surf, because he's going to need something more powerful than the Shot Shell pretty soon, and that's the strongest gunshot that we're going to be having for a little while. Keep Argela on the Metal Jacket, though, because, well, she's got the other single-target gun in the party, and that means when we're doing gun strats, it'll come in handy. Oh boy, more Adavakas. Now they can combo and use Vanity on you, but, well, apparently it didn't do a whole lot to me, so that's fine. And I can do this and do a whole bunch to them. Let's see here. I guess I'll have Surf eat. Might even be able to have Argel or Roland eat, too. I'll give it a shot. There we go. I was going to say, he's not that strong on the HP, and we've got a lot of magical attack from Surf and Argela between the two of them. Their magic is like something else between the two of them. They've got so much. Oh good, 3 disses. 3 dis? I don't quite know how you'd pronounce that. This is going to be fun. Especially if they keep hitting Surf. Okay, bye Surf. And almost by everybody else as well. Okay, how do we want to do this? I have Frost Bombs, right? I do. Do I want to use them? Yeah, I might as well. This is one of those fights where it's like, no, we really gotta use some of our resources so we can fix this mess that we're in. Let's see. We'll use a Revival Bead. We'll be back at Argela's turn, and then we can toss an Ice Blast, and they'll all die, right? I say with hope in my heart. Yep, good. Well, at least they drop chakra drops for you. I think they can also drop yellow crystals, but I think it's a little rarer, so... Not that we need them all that badly at the moment, but, you know, it's there. Okay, more magic for Surf. Eventually he'll have enough HP to actually live through all those Agilaus. It'll be fine. It'll be alright. I don't think disses are particularly common, so... Okay, we'll use a little of Argela's MP to do that, and then we'll top these guys off. Or at the very least, if they are common, I don't think we'll be in a situation where they just keep comboing me over and over and over again with Agilau all the time. Or Miragion, so... Oh, moving quite up in the world there. We're already moving to the 31st floor. And I think if I recall correctly, the save point I was talking about is actually on the 32nd floor, so... We'll have to look around, but that's my goal for right now. We might get past it, but you never know. Let's see here. Oh, I forget which way is which here. I think this way leads to the save point, but I'm not 100% sure about that. Oh no, this is just an empty room. Okay. Well, it's an empty room with a Jack Frost in it, so... Hey, buddy! Like I said, quite a lot of Jack Frost dolls around here. Maybe before the evacuation it was like bring your son or daughter to work day or something? I don't know. Just a thought. Ooh, music cut out a little bit on me there. That's a little weird. Well, anyway. Here's Wonderwall. Yeah, you go ahead. Probably could have Argela do it, but, you know. Roland's got a little more strength behind his swings. And he could probably use the help a little more because he doesn't have access to Zanma, Tarazi, or Agilau just yet. He's the only party member that doesn't have at least one of the above, so... We'd like to get that for him as quickly as we can. Then he can double back and get Bolt Lord after that. Okay. Let's see, we got this. This will get us some more dis-stuns. If only it could get us some disappears. But that's not in this game, unfortunately. Do I want to Tentara food this guy? I want to see if I can proc a freeze on him. That's what I want to do. Not quite. Okay, that's fine. He's probably immune to Terra. I don't know how he interacts with Zan, but I guess we'll find out. Okay, well, it doesn't quite kill him, but... Oh, excuse me. Do I want to risk the Devour? Yeah. Yeah, I do. Okay, not quite enough. That's fine. We'll just have Argela do it. She'll be fine. Get her a little MP back, get her Ice Demon back. I'll get a little less money, but I'll get a little more AP. It's not like I was getting much money out of that fight anyway. It's just one Archangel, you know. What do we got here? Safety guarantee regulations. Are you sure about that? Because I'm not sure you can guarantee the safety of much of anything with all these demons running around. They sure do have a lot of those documents, though. Alright, so now... Okay, that's the whole room. Let's go this way. Okay, here's the turning point right here. So you want to go this way first, because if you go this way, here's your large terminal. If you go the other way, it's... God, I forget what's over there exactly, but I think it's just a treasure chest. But I'd like this large terminal first, please. That will be more useful to me. Let's do it again. I was thinking about whether or not I wanted to actually eat any of them, but I don't think that I would have had much of a chance to do that, so... Excuse me. Okay, so let's go to the large terminal. We'll save. We'll go see what's in that right corridor there, and then after that, I think I'll teleport out, and instead of restoring here, I'll restore for free. Because now that we have this second large terminal, we can actually teleport back down to the first one, which is on the 6th floor. We can walk all the way out of the building. We can head back to base, and we can restore our HP without having to use our precious money, because, well, we need that money for right now. We're working on mantras. I gotta hold on to it somehow, you know? And money shouldn't be this tight through the whole game. I anticipate us eventually getting more of it to the point where we won't need to worry so much about it, but I'll try to save as much as I can for now. I really should heal that little bit of HP Argela's got sitting there. Oh well, it's not that necessary yet. Maybe I'll do it after this battle. We also might get Ice Demon and Ice Leader done by the time we're done with getting this chest, so that'll come in handy for us. And as you can see, we're not exactly low on money anymore. We've got almost 46,000, 45,500. So that's pretty good. Public Safety Commission Conference. Okay, well, glad they're at least keeping the public in mind, but are they really, if they're transforming everybody into demons? Security Unit Operating Procedure. Well, that part checks out. What do we got in here? A battle against 2 Archangels. Okay, that's fine. They do get the first turn, so that's a little gross, but I'll make do. They really don't like Argela, but then again, if I could Tentarafu them in the face for 200 damage, I wouldn't like her either, so... if she was not on my side. Hey, there's a yellow crystal. Nice. So you must get it out of that treasure chest, then. That must be what the treasure chest gives you, because I think Panaceas are just given by the Archangels themselves. Okay, well, Argela got some vitality and agility. That's not bad. She also got MP recovery. CeeLo leveled up and got magic and agility. That's good. He's got something stuck in his teeth again. What do you got? The Sapphire. CeeLo, you can't eat gems. Who do you think you are? Some sort of an enemy from Spyro the Dragon? Good lord, man. Keep that stuff out of your teeth. Alright, and now we'll just explore the rest of the room. There we go. Fill it all out. And now let's do some teleportation. Get us the hell out of here. We can heal. Heal even. And then we'll come back. Let's see here. Probably the Archangel's resistant to Terra. So I guess we'll do that, and we'll just use the press turn to do this. And then we'll do that. Okay, that's fine. We'll do this. Now, the Archangels are resistant to physical attacks, so you gotta be a little careful with that. Might even do that just for the hell of it. So. Okay, more levels. CeeLo and Gale and Roland all got a level. That's good. And we're almost done with Ice Demon and Ice Leader, so we'll probably be sticking around in this hallway for just a little bit when we get back here. But Roland leveled up. He's also level 20 now, which means he can set 8 skills. So finally, that's something that everybody can do. It means everybody can equip life bonus, except for Surf, but I might want to equip that anyway with all the disses around. Gale found something. What did it do? Fall from the ceiling? Some quick data. Ooh, that's nice, actually. That's actually a really good find. Yeah, I think we're in good shape for now. Just head back here, we'll teleport back down, we'll go get a free recovery from ye old underground city base for the Lokpala. And then we'll come back. And don't worry, we don't have to do this all the time. This is probably the longest dungeon out of any that you've done so far, and it's actually one of the longer dungeons in the game. So in this particular case, I typically like to go back just to get everybody topped off, so I don't have to use my money to, you know, do that. So, yeah, that should be a little bit better for us this way. Yeah, it's just Mirage. We might even kill them in one hit with it, but okay, we didn't quite. That's good. Because Surf could use a little bit of munchin', and I think he'll be able to do it. Well, if I do that, it won't work, but, you know. What can I do to kill you, then? Let's see. I still have fire bombs, but I don't know if I want to use fire bombs on these guys. Just do that. That works. Oh, good. And it got Argela Ice Demon. Perfect. We can fix that for her once we get back to town. And Surf's almost done with Ice Leader. So then, once he's done with that, we'll probably, like I said, we'll hang around the large terminal until he's done with it. And then after we're done with that, we'll swap to another one of his level 3s. Which one do I want, anyway? Of all of those. He's already got Fire Leader done. I'll have Ice Leader done. I'd really like Twilight, because that'll get us Makakaja, I think. But it's 15,000, so it's a little on the expensive side. Demon Beast or Kichijo, I think, would be the ones I'd want. I probably want Kichijo, actually, now I think about it, because it'll come in handy in the next dungeon. One specific skill in there will come in handy in the next dungeon. So. Alright, we're back out. So now, let's head back to the underground city. We'll heal up. I don't think I have anything to sell. Maybe we'll distribute that data that we've got. And then after we're done with that, we'll head back in. Let's see. Underground city. Just use that there healing area. Okay, so now we'll do this, top ourselves off. Perfect. Is that kid here yet? No, not yet. Okay. There's a kid that pops up here, I think after this dungeon. I'm not 100% sure about that, though. And they've got something interesting for us to check out. We'll see if we can find it once we're done with this dungeon coming up. But we're not there yet, so. Alright, so Argel got Ice Demon. Yaksa for you now, right? Do I want Ice Leader? Nah, I kind of want Yaksa. Just to get all her level 2s done. Because this is really the dungeon where you want to get done with the level 2s if you possibly can. Just that way they're all out of the way. Surf is still working on that. You're still working on that, so that's fine. CeeLo, once you're done with Dragon Lord in just a couple of minutes, I think I'm going to get you on... what's it called? I'm going to get you on working on Zanma as well, so... And then we'll go from there. Alright, let's distribute the data actually first before I head back and save. I think, no, actually I'll save here and then I'll head back and we'll save once we get back to the top. So data distribution, if I don't have the rings on, how does everybody's stats look? This is with life bonus on almost everyone. I gotta set it on Roland because he just got enough spots to actually use it. So let's set life bonus on you, and then... I don't know, he's not using Earth Boost at the moment. Critical, I guess, because I still use his physical attacks sometimes. So, and critical itself, it doesn't affect actual skill crit chance. So like Mad Rush or Body Rush or anything like that. If you're using a physical skill, critical doesn't affect that. It only affects your regular attacks and your gun attacks when you're in human form. So just keep that in mind, because it might be pretty nice if it did the other thing, but it doesn't help your other skills other than those ones. So. So with life bonus, you have 162. You don't need the HP data or the MP data. You have 173, 176, 178. So I guess Roland's getting the HP data then, isn't he? There you go, buddy. And then, now he got 11 out of that one because of life bonus being equipped. It gave him extra 10, and then he got an extra 1 because he went up by 10 points. So, and I guess he's going to get the MP data too, because he's a little bit behind on those. It's just because Roland's stats are even, so he starts out a little bit behind on those things, but he'll get better as we go. Quick data, probably going to Argela. 18 and 20, yeah. Argela's getting that quick data. And then... I think we're good. I could sell a couple of little things if I want to, but I think we're in good shape for now. We'll sell stuff later when we actually have like more narcissi. I don't know what the plural is there, if there even is a plural. Once we have more plants to sell, there you go. That's good. So, all right. So there's that. We've saved. We've gotten a full restore. Now let's head back in and see if we can't make a mess of this place for the Karma Society, and also get Sarah back while we're at it. Again, probably won't happen today, but we'll have made good progress today, so that's good. Trying to think back to whether or not we... because I think we got to the tower on the 4th episode. I'm not sure... No, actually, I think we got to it in the 3rd episode last time, now that I think about it. Maybe. I forget exactly how far we were, but I think we're going to be at about the same point by the time I'm done today. It's just going to depend on where we get, because if we get to the 32nd floor in the next, let's say, 25 minutes, which we should be able to do, we'll be at about the same point, I think, and then after that it's not too far to finishing the dungeon, so... There is a bit of stuff that goes on near the end of the dungeon, but we'll get to that when we get to it. For now, just worry about the enemies in front of us. And I should mention, if you've been wondering, because I mentioned previously in my little notes on the Discord server that as a combination, DDS 1 and 2 are probably my favorite SMT games that I've ever played, including Persona games. If you've been wondering, since we've done the first 4 dungeons, it's like, this feels a lot like DDS 1. What gives, Mono? Why are these two your favorite if this feels so much like DDS 1? Don't worry. We're getting to that. I don't want to do this. Dark Veil? They're both weak to this, so it might actually work. Oh, left on 1, so that's good. Give me a chance to transform. And then... I think I'll throw another one, just for the hell of it. Excuse me. Okay, we got him. Good. Because those Dark Veils usually sit in your inventory and don't do much, so it's probably for the best that we just toss them now while we've got them. Alright, back in here. Let's head upstairs. And then we'll just hang around for a little bit until we get Dragon Lord and Ice Leader done. And then we'll go buy some stuff and we'll be good. Yeah, now that we're getting about $2,000 per fight, that's really starting to pad out our wallets there a little bit to make it a little easier to buy those level 3s. And of course, it will only go up from here to make it even easier for us to buy those level 3s. So, elevator's probably near the center, if I had to guess here, or close to where the other one is. So probably that way, I'm gonna say. So let's go over here instead. I don't remember the middle of this dungeon very well, but that's okay. Not a huge deal. Let me just fill this out real quick. There we go. It's that primacy and recency law, right? Where you don't remember the middle of something, but you remember the beginning and the end. So, all right, let's get rid of these guys. Ooh, nice. That will secure us Ice Leader after this, but I probably have to kill the other guy normally so I can see if I can secure CeeLo some AP. So let's just do that, and well, we'll hope it works. If it doesn't, it's okay, because we'll still have some time before we get to the next section. Yeah, so he'll need like one more battle, maybe. One Tentara Fu should do it, but Surf's got both of his level 2 attacking skills, so that's good. This is economy finance projections. An economy in the post-apocalypse, I don't know, I just find that funny. Command operation regulations. Most of the time, the economy in the post-apocalypse just ends up being in shambles. So there's another Daisy, so that'll sell for a good chunk. We'll probably want to buy some stuff so we can get to the next rank, though, before we sell that, because just in case you were wondering, if you sell to get to the next rank, they actually increase the amount, or buy to get to the next rank, they actually increase the amount that your, that your stuff sells for when you get to the next rank. So, if you're close, you might want to just buy some stuff until you get those extra few points, and then all of a sudden you'll be right there. So, and then you can sell the Daisy for more. And as we go further through the game and we start to get more and more expensive plants, of course, that's when you'll want to sell things at a higher rank. It's not really that critical for now, though, and going forward, because our rank probably won't be going up too much from rank 4. I mean, the highest I need an item from is from rank 5, and even then it's not as necessary as it was for that item in this game as it was in DDS 1, so... Ooh, Omoicons! Alright, let's see if we can do it this time. Because if we can get even one of them, it'll pad out our wallets even more, so... Let's see if we're a little luckier than last time. Alright, what do we got? Start with Zan again. Nope, and Agi. Nope, okay. Not lucky. That's fine. I would love to show you what happens if you actually get a weakness hit on these guys, but, well, we haven't quite gotten to that point yet, so... One of these days, maybe. But that day is not now. It might still be today, depending on whether or not we find any more of them on our way through, but... Yeah. Day is not right now, at the very least. That's all I know. It's probably not today because we're only going to be here for another 20 minutes or so, but, you know. Can you give me something that I can actually eat, please? Because this is not palatable for my demon brain. Thank you for dodging that, Arshel. That helps a lot. I'm just going to Tentara food them. I don't want to mess around right now. I want something to eat so that CeeLo can get Dragon Lord. So, that's all I want, game. Just give it to me so I can move right along. Not that I'm in a hurry, but, you know. I'd like to get to at least where I was last time. So, there we go. That works. Thank you. Terra, Bufu, eat, potentially. Or physical, if this thing is frozen. Yep, okay, that works. Get him, Roland! Get her, rather. There we go. And now we're back to you, so you can Terra again. And there we go. CeeLo, that should be good enough for you. Yep, perfect. We also got a ruby that we can sell. Got my Zan and Force Boost, so we'll work him on Zanma now. And probably I'm going to take Arjula and Roland out of the party, actually. So that way CeeLo and Gale can work on that because, well, it's really just CeeLo. Because getting him Zanma is going to be pretty important. Ideally ASAP. So, Surf is done with Ice Leader as well, so that's good. CeeLo, why don't you work on He-10? And then, Surf, we'll get back to you. Roland, you're still working on Earth Temple, that's fine, you keep doing that. Surf, let's see, it's either Kichijo for... The main skill we want out of Kichijo is Foul Breath, actually. Yeah, I know, I'm as surprised as you. Foul Breath was useful in that one optional dungeon in the last game, and now it's useful again in this one. But, yeah, that's the main one we want, so I guess I'll grab it now. What else does he need at this level? He just needs Twilight and then the eating skills after this. So, and we'll work on the eating skills after we're done here, so don't worry about that too much. And now let's go over... We did CeeLo's stuff already. Arjula, you just need to work on Ice Leader once you're done with Yaksa. And once you're done with Demon, I want you to work on Lightning. So that's, what, 1020. He's almost done with Earth Temple, so then you'll be working on Bolt Lords. That'll be just 2,500. Okay, so we should have enough money to where it's not a huge deal. But as you can see from the fact that I'm still having a little bit of money trouble, even with the Rich Ring, imagine if we didn't have it. The kind of financial problems we'd be having. We'd be having to sacrifice a decent chunk of AP because we just don't have the money in a lot of cases to fashion ourselves some fancy new mantras. Okay, so let's unequip the rings. And equip them over here. Whoops. There we go. You could be putting stuff into the magic ring as well in terms of like... you know, stuff for vitality or magic if you want, but we're going to be replacing that, I think, in the next dungeon, so I'm not really too concerned about it for right now. We'll make it work as we go. Okay, so you need ingest mana, and I guess I'll set that here too, so just that way we can get all the exclamation points out of the way again. Surf, you're good, and then Gale, ingest mana. We'll get you Mutual Karma, but let's set this stuff up first. There we go. And then for you, you didn't learn anything new yet, so just Mutual Karma go right there. Okay, now we'll save, and then we'll continue for about 15 minutes. That should give us enough time to get to the next save point, which I think is about where I ended it on the last one, the last time we played. So again, that will get us access to some new stuff after that. On Thursday, which will be good. So it means we'll be moving right along. But yeah, again, don't worry about it if this part's going a little slower than the past 3 dungeons. Past 3 dungeons aren't nearly as long as this one. So you whip right through those pretty quick by comparison to the tower here. And I mean, it makes sense. This is where, like, if we got Sarah back from the Society, that's like a major turning point, you know. Food supply management regulations, I think I know what that's all about. Mainly how they're going to eat other people. Again, I understand the post-apocalypse resources are scarce, but can we maintain some of our humanity, please? It's a little unethical. Okay. We don't quite have Vileblade yet. If we did have Vileblade, I wouldn't be opposed to the idea of using one of my press turns here to use something like Moragi or Mabufu, something with Surf and CeeLo, and then passing over to Gale's turn and having him Vileblade everything to death. But we don't quite have that yet, so I guess we'll just do this the hard way. And then maybe Mad Rush? Okay, that works. And then we can Zan you, and you're dead. See, sometimes hit all physical skills come in handy, especially when they have high accuracy. That's the main thing that you want to keep an eye out for. So, let's see. This room's all done. Elevator shouldn't be too far from here. Or we could just find stairs. That works too. Let's see. Well, I see what looks like another elevator right over there, just by what little of it I can see out of the corner of my eye here on the left side of the screen. But in order to get there, we're gonna have to go all the way around. So, yeah, but we'll be fine. It shouldn't take us too terribly long to get all the way around. Let's see, another reception-looking area. They should really take care of that plant there, though, because that one looks a little dry. These guys are Tentar Fu spam. Goodbye. 300 damage on a weakness. I don't know, man. I'll never get tired of that. That's ridiculous. That's crazy damage. And they give $2,000 per fight, so it's not like, you know, it's nothing to sneeze at. I guess it's actually just like it's a shrubbery! Cue that music sting from Monty Python, but yeah. This is a Bareth. He's a new guy. He's weak to Zan in this one, which is strange, I suppose, because normally he's weak to ice, if I recall correctly, from Nocturne anyway. But whatever. It's all good. We got him. Now, when there's more than one of them, it might be a little more tricky, but we'll figure that out when we figure that out, so. For now, it's no big deal. Just keep filling out the map, and we'll keep moving, and then we'll be in good shape. As you can see, the floors are getting a little smaller as we go forward here. Ooh, an elevator. Let's see where this one goes. All the way up to the 44th floor. Nice. Be careful when you go up here, though, because the enemies up here are nasty. You failed Palace of the Dead. Time to delete your save and start all. Yeah. See, that's the worst part about Palace of the Dead, is that after you get to a certain point, if you fail, you have to start all the way back down. And in order to get the achievement, you can't fail at all, so. Sorry to hear that, Marie. That's no good. Well, hopefully get a little more luck for this next run, so that way you don't gotta keep doing that to yourself, because that's not a whole lot of fun. I give you a lot of credit for going for that achievement, though, because, like, I couldn't do it. That is beyond me. Alright, Soma drop, that's not bad. That'll replace the one that I sold to make sure I had enough money. Ah, more Omoicons. Let's see if we get a little luckier this time. Man, they seem to be appearing in quick pairs on the stream so far, because we've gotten them close together on the last stream, and then on this one, same deal, so. Alright, start with Zan as usual. Shield, okay. Agi. Shield, okay. Eventually it will work. When, I don't know, but the more of these Omoicon battles we get into where I use Zan and then Agi, the less of a chance that it is that they continue to resist both Zan and Agi. So, because basically their weaknesses are randomized, and each Omoicon is weak to one of the 5 skills. So, but eventually we'll get to that point where we can, you know, actually do that. Hey, another Jack Frost. Again, must be quite a few of them around here. I think, if I recall correctly, this just leads to a treasure that's over here. Up on the 45th floor, maybe? Well, that's not good. It's a good thing it's a Berserk battle, so I can just get the hell out of here. Because that battle type is a little nasty, because the what's it called? The Titans are weak to panic, but if I remember right, the Adavaka's shield against panic, they void it, so yeah, you gotta be a little careful with that one. Well, anyway, if we went around to the other side when we get to the 44th floor, we would have realized, hey, there's a treasure chest over here that we can't get because it's all the way over there. So there's an elevator right there. So probably that's the one from the 32nd floor that we could see before, maybe. Maybe. I don't know exactly which elevator that is, but we'll figure it out eventually. But there's a rage ring in here, so let's check that out, shall we? We'll go down here. I believe this one is similar to the trick ring, but not nearly as useful. Yeah, so it gives you Terrakaja +2 and Rakunda -2 when you start a battle. Could be useful if you just want to spam physical attacks and kill something in one hit, but we'll never have enough strength to actually make use of that, so yeah, I prefer to not have that. And the Rakunda's really not that great, excuse me, especially in situations like with in hard mode, where if they can hit your weaknesses, which is a pretty common occurrence, actually. So, yeah, you want to try to not give them that opportunity if you can afford not to. Alright, so we want Zan for the Barith, but we also want Bufu for the Disses. So let's do that, and we'll get rid of them. You're not quite at a point where I feel comfortable eating you, so I guess I'll just do this. Okay, that works. I don't think he was low enough where Gale could do it, even though Gale is pretty strong, so... Alright, but Surf got a level. Nice. So this is an odd level, so we'll do this again. There we go. Very good, very good. And back down we go. So now we just got to find the next save point, which isn't too far away, as I recall, from this elevator ride. And then we'll call it a day. And it will, if I recall correctly, be the exact save point where we ended the 4th stream when I played it blind. So everything beyond this point, I did do a 5th stream when I was playing it blind before I took the break, but that was actually the point where I took the break, because that was where the frustrations from the just a whole bunch of other crap going on were starting to reach a peak. And so I said, nah, I gotta take a break. And then I did. And now I'm back, and now we won't be taking a break because I'm feeling a hell of a lot better at this point than I did then. Good lord, man. It was not fun back at that point, but it's good. We're good now. Karma Society proposal for peace. You could have fooled me with all the soldiers. Good lord. Proposal for peace, my ass. And we got some magic data out of that chest there, so that's pretty good. And we got some soldiers here. How do I want to do this? Maybe I can just do... I'm going to see if this works. I don't know if that's enough damage where Mad Rush will kill them, but I'll try. It was. Okay, cool. I thought they had a little more HP than that, but I might be thinking of later dungeons, because I think those soldiers get a little more HP as the dungeons go on, so... But pretty soon we won't have to worry about that, because Gale will have Vile Blade, and I can just bang! Smack them in the face as we go. Here's a healing terminal if you want it. I don't think I particularly need it, but we'll see. Ow. Okay, now don't hit Surf. Or do that. That doesn't work either, in my favor. Especially since both of the people that can actually do anything to these guys are now muted. That's no good at all. How about this? We Impact Bomb. Get the press turn. And then... I do want to heal Surf and CeeLo here, but it might not be necessary for this fight. I might just be able to get away with doing this. Okay, yeah. And Roland's almost done with Earth Temple. That's good. Almost just in time, actually. Let's see... I don't know if we have Claws D yet, which cures mute, so I guess we'll just do this. There we go. And then... CeeLo kind of needs his MP, so we'll just heal the normal way. We'll use Gale to do it. I'm just going to pass that right up. We don't need that. It's fine. Okay, this battle is nasty right here, because that's a Barith, and thank you, CeeLo, you just saved me a hell of a lot of time and suffering. Because we got a new enemy, Rakshasa. Now, Rakshasas are very nasty, because not only do they have Death Blow, which is a medium physical skill that hits everybody, which can inflict Curse. They can also both use Mudo, as I recall, both Barith and Rakshasa. But Rakshasa also has access to a skill called Wicked Curse. It's like Tentarafu, except Death Elemental, and it can inflict Curse. Again, problem, because then they can use Mudo. If they get the first turn on you and there's 3 Rakshasas in a fight, they can kill you with even with life bonus and with Surf's massive vitality stat. They can just kill you right out, flat out, because Wicked Curse does like, I want to say 80 damage a hit per person. So it's absurd, and you don't want to get hit by it, whatever you do. So, let's see. Mazan probably with CeeLo first, because I can Matera on Surf's turn. And just go like this. And then you're still in range. Gale, go for it. There you go. So yeah, don't mess around with those guys because they will kill you very quickly if you try to mess around with them. They are not to be messed with at all. That's what I meant when I said that the battles are going to get a little more dangerous going forward, because when you go up to the 44th floor, you'll start running into battles like that in every encounter. Doesn't that sound fun? Let's see. So we established previously that this actually works, so let's see if it works again. Yep, that works. Now we don't got to worry about the soldiers, so we can just do that instead. No, most of us are on the cusp at the moment, so that's good. Arjula got some magic, and I guess she could use a little strength for the Devour skills. She got more. Maybe I should have said she could use a little more vitality instead, huh? Maybe then the game would have hurt me. Heard, not hurt. I should make sure I clarify. I don't want the game to hurt me. Top secret tech unit research. Interesting. I think all the ones on the right wall there are all tech unit research, so there's 3 disc curses. We'll probably need those. Ooh, this looks familiar. I mentioned this when we were here for the stream before, but that looks an awful lot like the dungeon where we fought Colonel Beck in the last game when we fought when we played DDS1. So, but the real question is, why do they have that here? You know, I mean, obviously they were keeping an eye on the project. It was their project. It was the Asura project. But why do you need a scale model of that? Top secret Sun observation records. And the other part about that is that this is in the top secret room. So was the Asura project a top secret project? Or is there something else nefarious afoot there? Well, maybe we'll find out in a little while if I survive. Okay, I didn't get credit there, so that's the important part. Alright, me, please and thank you. There we go, CeeLo. Good work. And now we Tentarafu, and they die. And we got a couple of masteries and a couple of level ups. Nice, or rather 1 level up, it looks like, because Gale and Roland didn't quite get there. Maybe Arjula got a level up, I didn't see. But Gale got Vile Blades, so that's the important part there. The rest are not all that useful to us. Devil Feasts is, like I said, not as good as it used to be. It doesn't hit as often because I think its chance got dropped. I think it was at 30% chance of instant death in DDS1, which means if you got them frightened, it was a 90% chance to hit. In this one, I think it's only a 20% chance, so not really all that good. But Roland got Tarazi and Earth Repel, so both of those are pretty good for us. And CeeLo got a level up, got Vitality and Agility, that's good. Use a little more magic, but he's not really meant to have a huge amount of magic. And I might even be able to give him that magic data that I got, so then he'll have a little more magic. Because it's not like Surf's gonna need it. He's already got enough. And if my plans go to the proper lengths that they're supposed to go to, Surf will have very, very high magic by the end of the game. So, nice dodge, CeeLo. There's that trick ring coming in handy again. I guess this is where we're going to start Mazanning, because these guys could really use the death. We established Surf cannot quite devour these guys, so I'm actually going to Sukakaja with one of my turns here. Do I have Sonic Stones? Because that wouldn't be too bad to use here. Yeah, I do. Okay. There you go. And that won't quite kill them. But I still have 2 press turns, which is the important part, because that means I can Mazan them again. I probably could have just done that and not wasted the Sonic Stone now that I think about it, but, well, whatever. We'll find out later, I'm sure. Okay, Gale got all the stats that matter. That's good. He also got an MP recovery. Nice. Roland also got all the stats that matter, so that's good. And we can start him up on Demon, I think, as well, once we get over here to the save point. So, let's see here. Gotta fill this little section out. Okay, 1 more encounter, and then we'll be to the save point. And we didn't get into a problem here, because they didn't get the first turn, so that means we should be able to just clear them right out. And, I think Gale can't eat right now because he's already done with a mantra. Like, he's sitting on a mastered mantra, so just do that. We'll get CeeLo closer to Heat 10. He's not quite there yet, but that's okay. It probably would have been better if I would have had him work on Heat 10 rather than Earth Temple, now that I think about it, but it's alright. Okay, so there's a door over there, and judging by the appearance of the floor, there's either going to be a staircase or an elevator once we go through that door. But will we be able to rescue Sarah from the top of the tower and also figure out why they need us in order to do whatever the hell evil plan they've got in mind for us? Find out on the next episode of Digital Devil Saga 2, the Stream Edition, which will be happening on Thursday at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. In between episodes, I'm actually going to fix my setup a little bit because, well, spoiler alert, for a couple of days from now, there's another sub-boss fight coming up in a few minutes here. And I'll also get Gale and Roland some new mantras to work on, so I'll do that, and then I'll be back on Thursday. So thank you for watching, everybody. I appreciate you coming out to Twitch and YouTube to check out the stream, and I will see all of you then at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Until then, everybody, take care, and have a good one.